we can hear Discord. So if you can say something and then check that you can hear yourself saying something.
Holo stream.
And if you can hear yourself at like a good volume.
It sounded good to me.
Okay. And the other thing to check now is just if I open up a replay, whether we can hear game sounds, and if we can hear game sounds, then we are chilling.
So I'm like a little bit louder than you in the stream, I think. Just a
A little
little
bit
bit.
louder? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can turn up the volume on my mic, and I can also turn you down a little bit as well. How does it sound now? My volume compared to your volume. And also, can you hear the
I hear the
game
game
sound?
sound.
Okay, cool. And how's the comparison?
I'm a little bit louder, but maybe it's just because of my mic. I have
Okay,
no idea how
it's
close
fine.
it sounds.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna turn just my desktop audio down just a little bit, and hopefully I'll just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, thanks. All right.
No problem.
That should be everything then. Good shit. And yeah, everything else, we'll just wait for the stream to start. Hype. All right, thanks, dude.
No problem. Is this stream muted now or what?
It is muted. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's stream as we forge on here in Season 2 of the Do It Big Invitational. Alright, tonight we have for you a triple header, a random Wednesday triple header. Oh my goodness, 2 follows, it sounds like. Give me a second here to pull up my stream manager so I can see who exactly just dropped those follows. Oh, wait a minute. They're not just follows, they're Prime subscriptions, Poggy Woggy. So thank you to Nerf Panda LOL and the Northwest 20 for their second month subscribing with Prime. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you've been seeing thus far, you are more than welcome to throw me some subscriptions. We are affiliated over here at Do It Big, so appreciate both Nerf Panda and Northwest for the Prime subs. Let's see if we can get a hype trade started maybe tonight. But anyways, as I was saying, we will have a triple header for you guys tonight. In our first game, we will have Don't Worry We Scale versus Double Jungle Gap. This will conclude Don't Worry We Scale's first round robin. Hopefully they can end on a bit of a high note after falling to a 1-5 record thus far in the season. Meanwhile, for Double Jungle Gap, we will see them complete their round robin in the nightcap versus Support Diff. And in the middle game, we will have Team Strag and Hapuuma Matata. After tonight's games, every team will have completed their first round robin, so we will get conclusive standings. Each team will have played 7 games. We can start to see the contenders and who is on the edge of that playoff race looking in. All right, so first game here is scheduled to start around 7 o'clock, so we will get the lobby set up shortly, and then we're going to start getting into some quality League of Legends gameplay. So let's see here, Double Jungle Gap versus Don't Worry We Scale. Hopefully the invites are there. Thank you to everyone who has showed up thus far. For the early tune-in. There is that lobby invite. So with that, I'm going to switch it over to Boom. Okay. And wow, look at that. Everybody's already in here raring to go. So we will see. Oh, I also need to make sure I have streamer mode turned on. For some reason, my streamer mode is off, which will mean that you guys hear my Discord noises, which is suboptimal. There we go. Okay, no more Discord noises, hopefully. Anyways, okay, so we have both teams in the game here. On blue side for this game, we will have Don't Worry We Scale sitting, well, not pretty, sitting ugly, really, at the bottom of the standings here at 1-5. Double Jungle Gap, not that much better at 2-3, but they do have a new lease on life with their new top laner, Daddy No Chill, aka Ryan. They are at 1-1 right now. They won their first game with their new roster against Hapuuma Matata before falling in their last game to Andyland. So jury is still out on this new look Double Jungle Gap roster. All right. So I'm going to check in with both teams, going to see who is down for some pre-game interviews, and then after that, we're going to get this show on the road. So give me one moment. Okay, gamers, are you ready?
Ready. Yeah.
Do you guys know who you're sending up?
Apparently it's me and Steven this time.
Okay. Hello, gamers.
Hello.
Hello, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, can we
Are
get...
you ready?
Depends. Do you have your pre-game interview candidates?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, sweet. Can I get you guys up then?
Yep.
Okay, let's see who each team decides to send up here. It looks like Double Jungle Gap going to be sending up the Northwest and Arena Thunder. Let's see who Don't Worry We Scale send in response. Can I get the interview candidates? Okay. So here we go. All right. So from Don't Worry We Scale here, Captain Mark Jess wants all the spotlight to himself, going to appoint himself as the pre-match representative. Meanwhile, for Double Jungle Gap, we have mid laner Arena Thunder, aka Simone, and the Northwest, aka Steven. So, as is tradition, we will always throw the first question over to the blue side team here. Jesse, not a great first round robin for you guys so far, but a chance to end on a good note. What's the key to making sure that your team comes out on top versus this new look roster of Double Jungle Gap?
I think the key is we just make sure we play proactive. So we make sure we stay on top of our game. We stick to our game plan. We've been spending time trying to build up our champion pool and just how we're playing the objectives. So I'm not going to say too much about that, but there's some unpredictability coming in as well from Double Jungle Gap. So I'm kind of looking forward to what that looks like.
Okay, wow. So some good sportsmanship here coming out from Jesse. Meanwhile, I'm going to throw it over now to Double Jungle Gap. My first question is for Simone.
Yeah.
You have a Zoomer as a captain. How frustrating is it that you have to both listen to and then babysit your captain throughout the season?
Let's just say that my mental goes boom about every game right before the match.
Aha.
So the fact that I've played as well as I have so far is actually surprising me.
Okay. Yeah, so Simone not having to deal just with her duties on the Rift, but also her duties off of it, having to strike that balance. So huge props to Simone.
Well, it's cool, man. He brings the spunk and the fun, so we all have good laughs.
Indeed. Okay. Meanwhile, now I'm going to throw it over to the Northwest, aka Steven. I feel like thus far in the tournament, your bot lane has been a little bit overlooked, but I also feel like you guys have the potential to really make some plays here. I think Kevin's not here right now, but I've really liked what I've seen in terms of progression from your AD carry, and so I wanted to ask you what it's like to kind of help him through that process.
Yeah, great question. You have to ask yourself, what is it like to be support for a soon-to-be award-winning author, Nobel Prize winner of Chess.com for Dummies coming out on Amazon to a store near you? Kevin Simple Actions, man, he is just under a master for his chess rating. So you guys better watch out because he's gonna five head, on the chessboard, in the bot lane. So yeah, you guys watch out. But I have one more comment for my good friend, longtime friend, Jesse, Mr. Captain, just over here, because Jesse and I go way back. I have a lot of respect for him. As a two-time do a big invitational team captain, two-time. Good job, Jesse. A lot of respect for him as a reliable scrim partner. We're always playing the 15-minute blitz scrims. Great guy. And even he was. Did you guys know that he was a captain, president actually of the renowned, award-winning Newport Robotics Group, class of 2011. Yeah, that's him, Jesse, the guy in the red jumpsuit. Yeah. So really looking forward to this match. Unfortunately, I think the only thing that people are going to remember after this game, though, is your three Miss Malphite. So
Okay, so it would appear here that the Northwest has been overtaken by the spirit of his Zoomer captain, XX Pelvis Pablo XX. That was a pretty good Calvin impression, I'm not gonna lie. Jesse, do you have any retort to Calvin Steven over here?
Yeah. You know, all I know is I've known Steven for a long time. You know, great respect for him. But you know, after this game, after that comment chain, might not be true after this game. I don't know.
Okay, well, don't know anymore. Okay, so we'll see who is respecting
you.
who.
I don't know about that, Steven. Also,
I-
I'm glad you heard about me because you know, being president of Robotics Club was not easy. You know, it was very formative in my career. So I'm glad you heard the news. Has spread.
I did hear. How about this, Jesse? If you win this game, I will make it my mission to play Project Winter with you. You guys heard it here
Hell,
first. You guys
fuck
heard
this,
it
I'm motivated now.
here first.
Holy shit, we're gonna win this shit. Oh, Steven, you shouldn't have.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember this moment, Steven. This was your downfall. When you promised Jesse that you would play Project Winter.
I'll see you on the rift, buddy.
Okay, so
Hey.
maybe some teases, some taunts, some suggestive
Oh,
comments coming
man.
out from both teams here. I'll let them go back to their respective teams and get ready for this game. Good luck to all of you.
Good luck.
Good luck, have fun, everyone.
Good luck.
Yeah, so a little bit of background for the audience here. Jesse loves this game called Project Winter that the rest of us more or less begrudgingly play with him. It's actually a pretty fun game, but we like to tease him about playing it with him only to not play with him. It's actually pretty fucked up, but Steven's gonna dangle that carrot in front of him once again. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think both teams are ready, which will mean we are gonna load into pick and ban phase 4. Don't worry, we scale on the blue side versus double jungle gap on the red side. Speaking of jungle bans, going to be the immediate Udyr ban coming out from Don't Worry, We Scale, looking to take away that option from XX Pelvis Pablo XX, who I hope has learned his lesson about building Udyr incorrectly. I was talking about this last night with a couple of people, but I feel like Udyr players just have a little bit of a mental deficiency where, you know, they're like, oh, I want to play Udyr because no one else plays Udyr, so like obviously I'm really cool if I play Udyr, right? But then it's kind of offset by the fact that now that Udyr is popular, now they're like, oh no, what do I do? What do I do? So what they do is they have to go this off meta build, like what we saw coming out of Calvin with the Stridebreaker Conquers Udyr, and then that reverted him to Season 10 Udyr, which is today a useless champion. Okay, so all the bans being said and done here will mean that Hecarim ends up being the first pick for Don't Worry, We Scale. Going to be matched by the bot lane pick here of Ashe and Leona coming out from Double Jungle Gap. Wow, picks coming in thick and fast here. Going to be Maokai, a good Leona counter. So we'll see what that gets accompanied with. I would be not surprised to see them pick up maybe a Kaisa here, but we're gonna hold our breath. Couple other interesting things to talk about here. Nocturne ban taken away, so maybe a little bit of scouting. There is that Kaisa, but yeah, some good scouting here coming out from both teams. We've seen here what happens in the tournament when Peach Rose is allowed to play that Seraphine. It can basically 1v9 the entire game with those huge encores. So that being taken away from her, Rel being taken away from Solaline, her preferred support, engage heavy support, very, very meta right now. And ooh, now this is surprising. Karthus being hovered here. I don't know if this is going to be the actual pick or if this is going to be a placeholder, since I'm not aware that any of these people play Karthus. Okay, so Karthus is an Annie. Karthus is an Annie. That is more or less what I expected. So we are going to see Annie here in the mid lane then. Most likely being played by Arena Thunder. By the way, no co-casters for this first game. Hopefully not for the second game. So been a minute since I've been on the solo cast game. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of analysis along with the play-by-play. Bear with me if I miss stuff, okay? Okay, so anyways, if we take a look here, unlikely that this Maokai gets flexed to the top lane for Don't Worry We Scale, although it technically is an option. Still missing their mid laner. I suspect it to be their top laner as well. Meanwhile, for Double Jungle Gap, still yet to pick their jungler and their top laner. Their new top laner, Daddy No Chill, thus far has proven to be a pretty strong player. Had a good showing in his first game on the Garen versus the Vladimir, but then was the recipient of multiple Lilia ganks on the Gnar versus Team Andyland, and didn't look as hot in game 2. So looking to make another statement here and prove that his stature in the top lane is that of a strong side top laner as opposed to a weak side one. Oh, some interesting bans here going to come out. So Darius, the lane bully, and Volibear as just preferred champion for XX Pelvis Pablo XX going to be taken away. So let's see what it's going to be for Double Jungle Gap here. I would imagine this is going to be their jungle pick. But it's going to be interesting to see which jungle it is. Both Hecarim and Udyr, and Volibear for that matter, taken away. And so will be Sejuani going to be the pick here for Pelvis Pablo. I think a bit of a bestiality theme, if I'm being honest. Boar, rabbit, hobo, bear man, bear, and horse being his preferred champions, it looks like. Okay. Will be a Lux in the mid lane, I'm 99% sure, played by Peach Rose. And okay, it will be an Ornn to round out the composition. So all of a sudden, a very, very fearsome press R comp coming out from Don't Worry We Scale. But this last pick, Mordekaiser, are going to have an absolute whale of a time against the Ornn. The Ornn-Mordekaiser matchup is not fun for the Ornn player whatsoever. We'll get a little bit more into that as the lobby gets remade. Remember that Karthus is supposed to be an Annie, so that's why we had to do that. Okay, and with the comps being locked in, I will get the first bet of the night rolling very, very soon. So just give me 1 second here. So we have Don't Worry We Scale versus Double Jungle Gap. And let's go. DJG Win versus... Oh wait, nope. CLE versus... I cannot type. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the prediction is live. So, take your pick between Double Jungle Gap on red side. Don't Worry We Scale on blue side. Should have all the comps, all the information available to you to make your most informed decision. How do you pick? Click on the top of Twitch chat and there will be a prediction there, and you click predict, and then you just pick your team along with how much you want to wager. Early returns show a decent preference here for Don't Worry We Scale, 17k for them compared to only Double Jungle Gap, 7k. Keep in mind though, if you bet with the majority, you stand to lose, or you stand to win less, and if you bet on the minority, you stand to win more. All right. So thank you to Comrade Tortellini for the follow. Appreciate that very much. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The comps are loaded in. I'll take a little bit of time to talk about just how bad this Ornn-Mordekaiser matchup is. So obviously Ornn as a tank, Mordekaiser a strong anti-tank pick, but more importantly, if Ornn sends out the call of the Forge God, all Mordekaiser has to do is press R on Ornn, and Ornn will leave his ram in the mortal world while he enters the Death Realm. So we'll not be able to then guarantee that knockup onto Mordekaiser. There is a little bit of counterplay though here for Ornn if he is able to very intelligently hold on to his Bellows Breath, his W, because that does give him CC and vulnerability. So when Mordekaiser ults you, there's about like a half-second pause, and if you hear that noise and you press W in that time, you actually can prevent yourself from going into the Death Realm. So a very hard counterplay for Ornn, very easy counterplay for Mordekaiser. Okay. Still about 3 minutes here for everyone to get in their bets. Now swinging heavily back in favor of double jungle gap, although all in all it is still relatively even. 47-53 in favor of double jungle gap. Bows and Jeff both betting on double jungle gap here. And Steven, you're not allowed to bet on your own team. What the fuck? Or bet against your own team. That is called match fixing. I thought I talked about this with everybody. SMH. Okay. Looks like most of the money has been moved already. I'm curious, Twitch chat. Once you submit your prediction, are you allowed to change it? Can you like change the amount or change your prediction? Or is it just like once you send it, you send it? Somebody clarify that for me, please, and thank you. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so you can't change it on Forge. You can change the amount? Got it. Okay. Cannot decrease. You can only add? Okay. It's good to know. It's good to know. Yeah. Speaking of, would once again like to poll the audience here and ask about any rewards that you guys think would be good content for the stream. I thought about adding a couple today that basically you can, if you have enough points, you can time somebody out for like 10 minutes. Is that toxic? I think it sounds pretty funny. More channel points to bet with? Dude, I don't know. I can't do anything about that, can I? Valorant solo queue stream. Nobody wants to see that. All I do is play Cypher, drop a camera, say nothing's happening, and then someone comes around the corner and clicks my head and I die. That's it. That's it. The Rogerino fed injection. True. Content equals more Yumi Vor games. I mean, you know, Jeff, sounds like you're making the money over here, raking in the channel points, so yeah, you can redeem as many of those as you, and maybe, you can get your team to kind of pitch in as well, right? I'm sure if they're following your investment strategies, they should be sitting pretty as well. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start loading into the game here. The spectator delay is officially over. So we're going to load into first game of the night between Double Jungle Gap and Don't Worry We Scale. Don't Worry We Scale on the blue side, Double Jungle Gap on the red side. Both teams coming in with losing records. Unfortunately for Don't Worry We Scale, no way to reverse that over the course of one game, but could mean some positive momentum to take into the mid-season break. Meanwhile, for Double Jungle Gap, following their Week 2 absence, having to make up a lot of games here tonight. But this win can bring them to 500 and give them a shot to end their first round robin with a winning record as well when they play against support Diff at 9. Okay, gonna remember to organize my champions. There we go. Okay, get hype. Looks like both teams potentially on a collision course here in the bot lane. Double Jungle Gap going to be going towards that bot lane Tribush invade. So Kaisa needs to be careful here. Decent invade potential. Annie not charging the stun, however, will mean it will be just a Zenith Blade. And oh, the volley's gonna land here. Where's the Zenith Blade? Actually, no, gonna be a stun from the Leona. Gonna be matched by a Cleanse Flash from the Kaisa. So, all in all, 2 summoners traded for 2. However, the support not having summoners versus the AD carry not having summoners generally would favor the team that has the support. So double jungle gap able to get 2 crucial summoners out of Kaisa early could potentially mean that they have to play a lot more conservatively than they otherwise would here in the bot lane. Also interesting here to see, we will have junglers with opposing side starts here. Would generally make sense. Mordekaiser should have a naturally winning lane versus the Ornn. Sejuani, meanwhile, can now path down towards and try to take advantage of that now summonerless Kaisa. Especially with that increased gank potential from the Leona. Gonna mean that Leona should, or Sejuani can have a good time ganking this bot lane. And look at this. So Sejuani here gonna go for the minimum amount of camps to be able to get to level 3 here. So definitely has bot lane in mind as far as I'm concerned. Immediately going buff Gromp. We'll see though, if we look at the lane positioning here, not particularly advantageous for a gank if you are double jungle gap. Might need to play it a little bit more slowly here. Meanwhile, we see in the top lane, Mordekaiser already having a good time up against the Ornn. Going to be slow pushing this huge wave into his tower. Okay, maybe a little bit too fast of a push, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Sejuani here following a 3 camp. Going to be looking for a gank mid, it would appear. Again, that lane positioning not in favor of double jungle gap, but this Lux is potentially vulnerable. Going to be flash stun, followed by the Annie. Going to be a jump in as well from the Sejuani. Flash here, though, should be able to get Lux to a decent distance, and Sejuani needs to be careful. Ooh, one more tower shot would have taken her down, but now going to be no summoners available for Lux. Petro's in the mid lane as well. Good gank from the Sejuani, and able to hold on to her flash. Going to be interesting now to see this wave is going to be pushing back out in favor of Don't Worry We Scale, which can open them up to a gank. Oh, the Zenith Blade, though, not going to land. Sejuani's still going to go for it, though. This is way too obvious. If you are double jungle gap, will mean that Kaisa and Maokai can just walk it out. Meanwhile, Hecarim's still content to just farm. I don't know how you're finishing Gromp at 327 sec. I'm telling you, man, hit the practice tool. And Sejuani, meanwhile, trying to apply so much early pressure, but is going to be spotted here, and Maokai very, very close to the turret. Meanwhile, in the top lane, actually, Hecarim going to go 1v1 against the Mordekaiser, but, oh no! The Mordekaiser actually comes out ahead in a 1v2 scenario. Ornn, way too eager there with the Q into knockup combo, will mean that he headbutts a magma pillar that hadn't formed yet. And Mordekaiser able to get away with murder and steal away that kill on Hecarim. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god, what is this? One more Q gonna be able to pick up the kill, but oh my god, this Ornn is walking away from the Mordekaiser. Now Sejuani in the mid lane, Lux with no summoners, however. The W not gonna land, but now the stun gonna follow up, and this should be a very, very dead Lux. One more auto from the Sejuani, gonna be able to pick that one up. But Ornn there forced to use Flash because he was orb walking backwards instead of forwards for some reason. Will mean a crucial summoner is down, and this Mordekaiser still very, very happy with the solo kill onto the Hecarim. Now has a ton of kill potential against this Ornn at level 6. Yeah, so we see here a little bit of differing priorities for both junglers. Sejuani has now ganked mid twice and bot like roughly 2.5 times if you consider the half attempts that have been sussed out by Don't Worry We Scale. But if you look at this pressure, it has translated into a hefty CS lead for the Ashe. Going to be offset by the first blood picked up by Mordekaiser, as well as the second gank onto Lux. But yeah, if you look at this Hecarim here, sitting pretty in the CS department versus Sejuani. But Sejuani not going to mind too much, given that she has bought her laners a ton of pressure here. Okay, we are going to see a return gank in the top here for Sejuani, but is on a ward here, and Hecarim should feel confident walking. Okay, will not. Mordekaiser is level 6, so able to put Ornn into that Death Realm. Gonna mean that Jesse needs to play very, very carefully here. Does have blue buff to hopefully push out this wave a little bit and farm safely from distance with that Q. But now if you are Don't Worry We Scale, you have a significant summoner advantage here in the mid lane. Lux still without flash for about a minute and a half. We'll see if Sejuani is able to take advantage of that one more time before that crucial summoner is up. Kai'Sa being forced to blow both of her summoners early, still has those back now, but still an immense amount of gank setup here for Don't Worry We Scale. One thing that Maokai needs to be careful of right here as well. Notice Maokai is heavily spamming these saplings, will mean that she is running low on mana. Going to mean that will not have those peel tools available. But it looks like Kai'Sa are going to now take the reset. And Sejuani not going to be here. There is an Infernal Dragon available with the tempo advantage provided by this reset of Don't Worry We Scale. Let's see if that ends up being the case. Looks to be not the case. Okay, is this dragon gonna get started by Sejuani? It will. Okay, so with the tempo advantage, with the reset coming in from Don't Worry We Scale, should mean the first Infernal Dragon of the game will be handed over to Double Jungle Gap. Heavy trades, meanwhile, going down in the top lane. Ornn needs to be very, very careful. Has no sustain. Mordekaiser, as you just saw, with a huge shield. But actually, look at this. It's going to be a roam up from Don't Worry We Scale's bot lane. What is this? Going to be a 4-man gank onto Mordekaiser. This is just the weirdest thing. Hecarim going to be put into Death Realm immediately, and Mordekaiser going to be very, very close to his turret here. Wonder if he knows that there are 4 people waiting for him. As soon as he comes out, they're going to be knocked up here. And look at this gank. It's going to pay dividends. Meanwhile, Annie going to roam up here just to pay another tribute to Don't Worry We Scale, and the most random bot lane roam of all time actually ends up in a double kill in favor of Don't Worry We Scale. Maybe trying to rewrite the book on macro, setting up their bot lane at approximately 7.5 minutes to take advantage of a Mordekaiser that was very, very antsy and wanted to look for that first Death Realm kill. But wow. Can't argue with the results here. Going to be a good play from Don't Worry We Scale. Not necessarily the most traditional or optimal play, but that's what we love about the Do It Big Invitational. You gotta take your opponents by surprise here. It's not about playing proper League of Legends. It's about playing your brand of League of Legends. As it stands, now the Herald will get dropped mid lane, but Hecarim needs to be very careful. Does not have the Onslaught of Shadows, and Sejuani does have her ultimate available as well. Let's see if when it decides to get used. Not just yet. Now going to be a stun, and he flash over the wall, able to pick up the Hecarim there. Unfortunate, and now Petros needs to be careful. Does have flash available, does have the barrier as well, but the stun is going to land. Let's see if Annie has any more cooldowns. Will not, but Hecarim a little bit overextended there. Did not have the Onslaught of Shadows to escape. Dropping that Herald from a very, very awkward position will mean that he goes down. And it will level up the goal or the kill score here at 3-3. Now Maokai needs to be careful. Going to be overextended. Charge from the Sejuani will land. There should be a dead tree. Oh no! Going to be a wasted flash here from Maokai. That was a very, very dead tree from the moment the Sejuani Q landed. So now all of a sudden double jungle gap going to take back what they lost. Sejuani now 2-0-1, doing very well in this game thus far. Alright, now as we reset here, if you look at the kill distribution for Don't Worry We Scale, 2 kills on the Ornn will be appreciated, but it's not necessarily the best distribution of gold at this point. Lux down both in kill participation and CS mid. Kai'Sa down a hefty chunk of CS in the bot lane. If you are Don't Worry We Scale, you have to recognize here that your win condition is this Kai'Sa. have not done too much to accelerate her momentum into this mid game. Meanwhile, for double jungle gap, 2 kills on Sejuani isn't the most optimal either, but as that initiator with the extra gold will appreciate the increased tankiness, and actually going to be a double blast going over the wall to try to engage onto this Hecarim. Look at this play, and Hecarim actually going to ult the other way towards his teammates. Good onslaught of shadows there, going to force Leona to potentially flash. Actually, no, Leona going to go back in now as the Mordekaiser teleports back down here. Sejuani going to go very, very low into the Hecarim. They're actually going to flash in, not find a killing blow. It will be a shutdown for the Kai'Sa, but now look at this Mordekaiser able to pick up the Maokai so far. Ooh, good dodge by the Kai'Sa. Should spell death for the Mordekaiser though. So Mordekaiser is going to be put into his own death realm. And now, speaking of accelerating this Kai'Sa, magically 2-0 and 3, able to pick up a double kill and an assist in a very, very forced bot lane dive coming out from double jungle gap. Sejuani almost able to pick up the kill onto Hecarim. Could have used one more auto, and that could have potentially spelled the difference there. But good play from the Hecarim after taking a lot of initial burst to buy time for the rest of his bot lane and laners to catch up. Double jungle gap was still a bit of a gold lead. If we look at the CS differential, going to help even out the 1 kill advantage for Don't Worry We Scale. But the most important thing here is this Kai'Sa. Maokai needs to be careful though. Annie's able to find it. It's going to be a huge long-range arrow coming out from the Ashe to lock up a Maokai that got hit by the Annie stun originally anyways. But still, another catch out here from double jungle gap out to the support of Don't Worry We Scale. And now Sejuani going to go over the wall here. Not able to find the stun onto Hecarim, however, as it is too close to this mere tier 1 turret. But the Maokai pick will translate to the first and only Cloud Dragon in the game being picked up here for double jungle gap as well, barring, actually no, Hecarim doesn't even have smite. So, will be in a 2 dragon advantage for double jungle gap. Let's see what the soul of the game is going to be. Lux is around though, and Leona actually going to go over the wall. There's a Johnny ulti over the wall as well. Going to try to buy some time for this Leona, but Leona went over the wall, unnecessarily offered herself up as a sacrifice. Will mean Ocean Soul is the soul of the game. Good general utility soul. But an unnecessary death if you are Leona, to be completely honest. Leona just wanted a hug, okay? True. True. Okay. Now, as we do settle into this mid game a little bit, got to keep an eye out here on Maokai. If you are Maokai, should have, you know, next to no excuse to be caught out, as you do have the sapling toss as a massive vision tool. The early gank from Sejuani onto this area right here, a little bit more excusable, but definitely should not be able to walk into people here. So it will be interesting to see how this Maokai tries to respect the pick potential coming out from double jungle gap going forward. As it stands, going to be looking to scale up into the game a little bit once he's able to pick up the Imperial Mandate plus the Demonic Embrace can start doing a ton of poke damage as double jungle gap tries to pile into these contested objective areas. Meanwhile, if you're Don't Worry We Scale, would like to see a lot more jungle focus here on the bot lane. You have a 3-0 and 3 Kai'Sa. So with a serrated Dirk will mean that if she is able to find a killer instinct onto Ashe, it's going to start doing a ton of damage in a very short amount of time. But as it stands, will not be the case so far. In the mid lane, Annie holding a significant CS advantage over the Lux, and got to keep a crucial eye out on here as well. Flash available for both laners, but no barrier available for Lux. So if Annie's able to find a good flash Tibbers with the level 11 and the Ignite as well, should have more than enough burst to kill the Lux here. Wow. Hecarim here going to start on the second. Okay, there is an Annie flash. Let's see what happens here. No barrier. Remember, going to be a wasted flash for Lux. And I called it. I called it. Annie taking advantage of that. Hold on, that's going to also give confidence here in the bot lane. The Soul Flare not going to land, though, and the Nature's Grass going to try to dissuade the disengage from double jungle gap. And actually, Ash going to be forced to flash there as well. I don't know if that was 100% necessary, but a bit of a stuffed engage from double jungle gap. Just be a trade of summoners in the bot lane. And Kai'Sa now should feel a lot more confident to potentially start an engage here. At the Zenith Blade, they're going to land onto the Maokai. That will be a dead Maokai, but now Kai'Sa going to try to find... Oh, auto, no! Auto, oh my god, there were 2 autos onto minions there. We'll see if one more auto onto the Ashe is available. Looks to not be the case. And turn around and... Oh, no! Someone forgot to turn champions, target champions only on. Will mean that 2 Kai'Sa autos onto minions. Ashe is going to be able to live there, and Leona with the lockup is able to pick up the Kai'Sa now, though there is a Hecarim here. Oh, what is that? I'm losing my mind. Hecarim just needed to run a little bit faster. Did not need to ult there. Could have killed Leona as well. Now Hecarim overextended. Gonna be locked up very, very shortly. Where's the Annie stun? It's not in range. Okay, I'm slowly losing my mind. It doesn't matter. Okay, so all in all, when we take a look at the body count here, both bot laners here for Don't Worry We Scale going down. Only Ashe going down for double jungle gap. But Hecarim staying alive here does have Herald, although drops it entirely too early. As far as I'm concerned, if you have second Rift Herald, you save it for when Dragon actually spawns. But this Herald will be dead before the first Ocean Dragon spawns here. And if you're Don't Worry We Scale, it's also going to mean that you are fighting a full 5v5 at a 1.6k gold deficit. Okay, as it stands though, actually going to start getting a push onto the second tier 2 bot lane as well. Let's see how they decide to overextend here. Annie is walking over, does have that Night Harvester, so needs to be very, very careful. Going to be a deep TP coming in from the Mordekaiser as well. I wonder if Don't Worry We Scale see this. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to land onto Lux. They need to cut their losses. Lux is dead. Hecarim, what are you doing? You are going to go down as well, my friend. Call of the Forge not going to come out here, be able to knock up 3. But look at this Mordekaiser just sitting on top of the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa going to go with the Killer Instinct to try to find his way onto the Annie. But oh no, the Inter's Instinct comes out here. Going to be a huge loss for Don't Worry We Scale. Hecarim be able to pick up a Leona on the backside. Going to be a Flash Sejuani ultimate. Not going to land onto the Hecarim, however. But if you're double jungle gap here, you don't mind one bit, because this Kai'Sa, despite being 3-1 and 3, uses her ultimate to put herself in range of Annie, and just going to int herself instead of trying to kite out the Mordekaiser. And now double jungle gap is going to be on Ocean Soul Point at 18.5 minutes into the game. Oh no. Well, if you Don't Worry We Scale here, not looking particularly hot. Not able to get into this game whatsoever with this Kai'Sa. If we're being completely honest, the Kai'Sa has been the recipient of some botched dives and engages coming out from double jungle gap. But that proactivity that Captain Mark just pointed out in the early game has not come to pass whatsoever. And them playing reactively has translated to double jungle gap getting whatever they want around the map. Good teleport play there from the Mordekaiser, picking that, starting that one off after the overextension onto that tier 2 turret. I think it was okay to guarantee the charge, but them actually sticking around and autoing a turret with all 5 members of double jungle gap up meant that Mordekaiser TP wreaked havoc into their backline. Also, a good shout out here for Ashe hitting the Lux with that Enchanted Crystal Arrow. If you're a Hecarim there, you got to cut your losses. Him turning around there meant that there was nothing he could do, and it really cut into his damage. Oh, hold on, going to be catch here onto the mid lane. Ooh, Ashe taking about half HP, forced to use the heal there as well. So maybe his potential avenue of comeback if they can find a kill onto this Ashe. But no answer here for this Mordekaiser. Hold on. The Sejuani going to be found out here, but the Call to Forge God going to be missed entirely, not anticipating the Sejuani Q, and now the Death Realm going to be coming down onto the Ornn. This Ornn should not be able to live. Actually going to flash over the wall. Good flash by the Ornn, and Nature's Grasp is able to find his way onto the Sejuani. Will mean Sejuani goes down here, and now Hecarim able to use the Onslaught of Shadows to peel the Mordekaiser off of the Ornn. Will mean that Mordekaiser is now in a 1v5 scenario, so a good counter engage here from Don't Worry We Scale, following Sejuani sitting on a bush, sitting on a ward that she was not aware of. Good Lux play to start that one off, and a couple of crucial flashes able to buy time for Don't Worry We Scale to turn it back onto double jungle gap. So as I said, the reactive playstyle not working out a little bit better there. Gonna bring this game relatively even. There is still a bit of a gold lead in favor of double jungle gap, courtesy of their superior creep score. But if you're Don't Worry We Scale, you have the gold on the right members, or specifically member. Oh, Annie Flash there, gonna be matched by Lux Flash that I don't think was necessary, but Annie Flash gonna represent a huge engage tool not available for double jungle gap. But similarly, a very crucial escape tool for this Lux to ensure that she stays safe against this Leona, Annie, Ashe engage. If you're double jungle gap here, you're content to just kind of play for picks with Ocean Soul available in a minute and a half. Not too much pressure on you to do too much. One thing to keep an eye out on here, summoner cooldowns. No flash available for the Ornn, not going to be the biggest deal, but Lux will not have flash, nor will Maokai. Kaisa should, assuming that the fight starts at Dragon as opposed to before. Meanwhile, a couple of crucial summoners, especially this Leona flash, available for double jungle gap. No Annie flash is a bit unfortunate. Sejuani should have flash as well by the time Dragon spawns. And it looks like Don't Worry We Scale here, going to do their homework early, going to try to get these Maokai saplings into advanced positions and start doing some poke. But this early grouping will mean that Mordekaiser is content to just split push in the top lane, and Mordekaiser grouping far too early despite having teleport will mean that this tier 2 top turret should go down in about another 15 seconds. They are entirely too early to this dragon. Ornn does not need to be here right now, but it will mean a mid push here. Mordekaiser does have TP available again, though. So, a bit of a Nayram coming out. Mordekaiser, though, going to ping on the way to the top inhibitor turret. And I don't know about this one. If you're Don't Worry We Scale, you're committing a lot to prevent this Ocean Soul that you don't need to. Mordekaiser and Ornn both have TP. Oh, but a click! Ooh, okay, not going to be a kill onto the Ashe there, but Ashe is going to be forced to flash. The Call to Forge not going to be used here. So is the Nature's Grasp, though. So, ultimate cooldowns being blown here by both teams will overall mean an advantage in favor of Don't Worry We Scale. Need to get started and kill this dragon soon and get back to a base that is currently being turned into bedrock by Daddy No Chill on this Mordekaiser. And so Daddy No Chill content to give up one measly Ocean Dragon in exchange for 2 top lane turrets. Good macro play, as far as I can tell, from double jungle gap. With that 3 dragon advantage, gonna force Don't Worry We Scale to play around that dragon spawn. And now there is an open top inhibitor for double jungle gap. While we have a bit of a lull in the game, would like to remind the viewers that you can get involved with the post-game interviews here. You can redeem some of those sweet, sweet channel points for the opportunity to ask a player of your choice a question in either the pre or post-game. So, I know it's nice to sit on a nice stack of channel points, but if you want me to ask one of these players a question, please redeem some of those rewards as well. Boosted Rando says, show gold diff? Sure. So Mordekaiser about 2,500 ahead of the Ornn. Hecarim just marginally ahead of the Sejuani. Annie about 1k ahead of the Lux. Kai'Sa even with the Ashe, and Maokai a little bit behind the Leona. So the majority of this gold lead is concentrated. Hold on. Now going to be a potential engage here. Good binding from the Lux to land onto the Leona to prevent that Solar Flare from coming over the top. But now going to be a top push here for Don't Worry We Scale, which as far as I'm concerned is a little bit random. Onslaught Shadow is going to be going onto the Leona though. Leona seems to be the pick here, but no! Oh no, the Call of Forge is going to be sent towards Mordekaiser. I don't know about this one. Hecarim going to be put into death. I'm going to go down very, very shortly. And Sejuani should be able to flash out of danger there. Glacial Prison going to land onto the Maokai. Should be enough for disengage. And now Kai'Sa overextended here. Going to be forced to flash out from nothing. This Mordekaiser doing a ton of work. Starting the fight, or ending the fight with just as much HP as he started. And look at this split push coming out from Annie of all people. A really scuffed engage. If you are, don't worry, we scale. That was a one-man Hecarim multi onto one of the tankiest members of Don't Worry We Scale. I don't know what they were looking for there, but it definitely wasn't the right thing to do. And will mean that double jungle gap will have a ton of pressure onto Baron. Annie able to pick up a bot lane tier 2 as well. And Don't Worry We Scale not really aware of how to play that proactive play style. Is going to translate into a Baron here shortly, barring a Miracle Lux steal. Lux does have that final spark available. Going to use it way too early, however. Sejuani is going very, very low here, but the Smite able to heal her back up. Need to be careful, though. Mordekaiser is stuck in the pit, does not have flash. Looks like Mordekaiser will be the sacrifice here for double jungle gap, but they shouldn't mind too much. Do have Baron available, and will have a potential Ocean Soul available for them as well in 2 minutes. Yeah, if you Don't Worry We Scale, I'm really confused by that top lane push. No real advantages for Don't Worry We Scale meant that top lane push was just that. They saw the Annie bot, but they didn't engage with the Ornn ultimate, for example. And the Ornn ultimate was sent towards Mordekaiser instead of the target that they initiated on, which was that Leona. Meant that Leona got to live and then get out her CC, and from there it was all bad. This Mordekaiser doing a ton of work in the Death Realm, able to pop out with the enhanced stats from the Hecarim kill. And yeah, Baron advantage here. Should mean lane pressure when this dragon does spawn in 50 seconds. On the bright side, if you are Don't Worry We Scale, you do have a level 15 Ornn, so there will be 2 ornaments available. Looks like one already handed out to Kai'Sa. I would expect the second one out to be handed either to the Lux or the Hecarim. Will be interesting to see where that goes. But also, if you're Don't Worry We Scale, why did your Ornn take teleport? Oh, that's why. Because he's now going for a team teleport here behind Ashe and Annie. So let's see if Ornn is able to find anything. The Call of the Fortune come out here. Going to land onto the Annie. Here we go. And Annie, this Ashe could be very, very exposed. Kai'Sa going over the top. Gale forcing away from the Solar Flare. Good stuff so far. Kai'Sa in the background. They're going to be chased. Xenoblade not going to land. The Annie doesn't have the sun available. Meanwhile, Mordekaiser in the back. Going to try to zone out. Makai going to go down second here. Hego going to be soon to follow. And now this Mordekaiser doing so much work. This Ornn running for the hills. Final spark over the top, not able to find anything. It is Annie with one more Q. Oh, not able to find it there, but this Sejuani should be able to lock up the Ornn very, very soon. There it is. Unfortunately, a split fight for Don't Worry We Scale. Gonna favor the Mordekaiser here as he is able to get on top of this Lux, Maokai, Hecarim trio. And with that win, Double Jungle Gap will be able to pick up the Ocean Soul. That was initially a decent engage onto the backline of Don't Worry We Scale, but the threat is not the Ashe at this point in the game. Look, if you look at this Annie, Night Harvester plus a Death Cap, and your team has no way of punching through this Mordekaiser, means that QSS needs to be in the pockets there so that everyone can get a chance to start hitting this Mordekaiser when he uses that Death Realm. But too little too late now. Double Jungle Gap with this huge advantage with about 7k gold, and more importantly, an Ocean Soul. Gonna be hard for this relatively low damage comp of Don't Worry We Scale to punch through. Unfortunately, I think if you are Don't Worry We Scale, that was a good idea from the Ornn. I think the target call, though, should have been Annie. I think that was the only difference there. But ADCs in 2021, benefiting from being an ADC in general, just that soft taunt. If you can kill the ADC, you should. Even though this Ashe is the least of Don't Worry We Scale's problems right now. And by the way, still no QSS available on anybody. So anybody that gets put in that death room will be stuck there for the full 7 seconds or until Mord just kills them. Which will mean that Don't Worry We Scale need to play around this Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser, though, does not have teleport for about another couple of minutes. So if they can look for a 4v4 here in the mid, for example, could represent a decent opportunity. Annie, interestingly, does not have Hourglass either. But it looks like that will not be the case. And now the Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to land onto the Ornn. This Maokai going to die very, very shortly. Good night. Call the 4-shot. Should be able to hit a good amount of people. You're actually going to... how do you direct it onto 2 people there? But it doesn't even matter. So Maokai going to be picked down there, unfortunately, for Don't Worry We Scale. Not recognizing Mordekaiser does not have TP in the top lane. Not able to pull the trigger on the 4 members of Double Jungle Gap in the mid lane. Another pickup here onto the Maokai. Now 1, 6, and 7. Not respecting this Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Let's see what Double Jungle Gap decide to do with the time afforded by this dead Maokai. Looks to be nothing. Probably going to be playing for the Baron. That is spawning in 30 seconds, but Maokai will be alive for that. This Maokai stuck in poverty, unfortunately, still building towards that Demonic's Embrace. This build is a little bit out of favor now, following the nerfs to both Imperial Mandate and to the base max HP damage on Maokai's Saplings, as well as the AP scaling on Maokai's Saplings. But still going to be able to do a lot if Maokai is able to set up, but needs to rush over there right now before Ashe and Leona set up a tent there and wait for another Enchanted Crystal Arrow pick. This Maokai still leading the charge here. Needs to be very, very careful with this build. Going to be very, very squishy, as we've already seen. And yeah, not enough advanced vision here for Don't Worry We Scale. Will translate to a Baron started by Double Jungle Gap. Already down to about half HP. What is the call gonna be? Annie waiting over the wall. 2-man Solar Flare. Now the turn is coming in. Annie able to pick up the Maokai. The second going very, very low as well. Ornn in the thick of things. But now this Annie going to die, actually. Where is this Kaisa? Kaisa gonna be soloed out by the Mordekaiser inside. I don't know what happened to this Kaisa, but I don't know how she got over there. Gonna mean that Kaisa goes down to the Mordekaiser. Ashe does go down to the Ornn, but still gonna be a huge win here for Double Jungle Gap. 3 members still alive, plus the Baron as well. Should translate to at least a top lane inhibitor, probably 2. Maokai will be the first up, but after that, Hecarim's about 10 seconds behind. And this Mordekaiser has a ton of damage. Look at these turrets get deleted. Actually, it's pretty slow, but doesn't even matter. Should be able to pick up the top lane inhibitor as well. Actually, no. I don't think so. Never mind. Kaisa and Hecarim will be up to potentially defend this top lane inhibitor. Let's see if Don't Worry We Scale decide to greed for it. And okay, they will. Alright. Okay, so double inhibitors picked up here for Double Jungle Gap. Elder Dragon spawning in a minute as well should put the seal on this victory. And I am really curious what happened to the Kaisa in that fight, because at some point she ended up over here with Mordekaiser instead of over here with the rest of her team. So maybe a bit of an Inter's Instinct coming out there, but we'll have to watch on the replay. Ooh, a huge cooldown there though, being blown by Annie. The Tiber's just going to be sidestepped by Fancy Feet coming out from this Hecarim. So that will be a crucial cooldown that is not available for this Elder Dragon fight. Annie, though, does have a Zhonya's available very, very shortly. So that will be a good way for Annie to still get some burst out and then stay safe in these team fights. And I don't know how you're going to try to approach this if you are Don't Worry We Scale. Interestingly here, notice still no QSS available on any of the members of Don't Worry Scale. That death realm going to be just as potent as it was from 7 minutes in the game. Let's see who Mordekaiser decides to put in jail this time around. Bit of an interesting positioning here, though. And now Lux needs to be very, very careful. Okay, Call of Force not going to be called out here, but it's going to go wide. Mordekaiser's going to go very, very low, though. Going to be Mordekaiser shut down by the Maokai. The second in the backline, and now Interstincts are going to be used here, trying to fight somebody. Not going to fight anybody. There is that Inter's Instinct, as I said. Where is this Kaisa going? Just go front to back. Actually going to just expose herself to a fully unadulterated Annie burst. Oh my God, what is going on? That was the easiest front to back fight of all time. If you were, don't worry, we scale. And this Hecarim was content to just soak up pressure in the bottom lane there, but all said and done, the Inter's Instinct going to seal the win here for Don't Worry, We Scale. Oh no. Or for Double Jungle Gap, gonna seal the loss for Don't Worry, We Scaled. GG. Oh man. Okay, so let's take a look here. I'm really curious. A couple of things. So one suggestion that I've heard is to start doing some replays of the fights as soon as it's over, or the game. So I'm gonna take a look at this Baron fight. Definitely an avenue for Don't Worry We Scale to get back into the game, but starting Baron a little bit late here. Good positioning by the Annie to play the corner, if I recall. So Baron going very, very low. Okay. So yeah, Kaisa far too eager with the Killer Instinct and to just isolate herself from the rest of the team. As far as I'm concerned, this was just Kaisa using Killer Instinct in all the wrong places. We saw it once here, ulting in so that Mordekaiser gets a free shot at her, and then here a good start here for Don't Worry We Scale, able to catch out the Mordekaiser at the beginning of this fight. This is the last fight of the game. So yeah, Mordekaiser's just gonna walk up here. I don't know why Sejuani doesn't engage onto these three, but he doesn't. And here we go. Lol. But yeah, good Hecarim player to look at, buy so much time, and now Kaisa gonna ult in. Annie content to just not even do anything and just blow up this Kaisa. The freest Kaisa kill in the world, needed to play front to back there and kite out the Annie cooldowns, but yeah, gonna seal the win here for Double Jungle Gap. Gonna even up their record at 3-3 in preparation for their final game of the night against Support Diff. Meanwhile, for Don't Worry We Scale will mean that they fall to 1-6 at the end of their first round robin. Okay, so let's hear from the victors here of Don't Worry, of Double Jungle Gap. So give me a second here. Who would I want to talk to? I want to talk to Simone. Huge. Let's talk to Calvin. Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello. So, welcome to the post-game interview desk hosted by yours truly. Congratulations to your team for coming up with the win, evening up your guys' record at 3-3. My first question here going to go to Calvin, aka XX Pelvis Pablo XX. For starters, you didn't troll your team this time. Decided to just do your job rather than not do your job. So good job. But my question to you is, what's your fascination with champions that have to deal with animals?
I'm just a pig player. What can I say, man? Like all these animals, like whether it be a bear, a fucking bird, a fucking bug. Now I'm a pig, dude. You can't stop me, okay? I guess I'm like, I got a fucking zoo over here. It's all fiestas. When you look at my playstyle, it's a fucking, I'm in a cage. I'm a fucking zoo animal, okay?
Indeed you are. Okay. Oh, also we have a question redeemed by Codal5, so give me a second here. I'm gonna grab Steven as well. Okay. But my second question here, going to go over to Simone. A huge performance coming out on the Annie. A question, not question, a champion that I had an eye on from your performance in the pre-season 2 open runs. We haven't seen it up until this point. What made you decide to pull out the Annie in this game?
We've scrimmed against Jesse's teams quite a bit, and once we banned the Seraphine, I was pretty confident that I could just burst Peace Rose at 6 and play until then. I was really happy I got jungle help in the early lane to burn some stuff too, and get some early assists and kills. So, but yeah, mainly because they left Annie up first off, and according to like what we saw on our champion pool, I felt like I could play Annie into any of them. So that's why I played it.
Gotcha. Okay. Steven, you have been pulled in here courtesy of one Codal5. I don't know if you know who that is. I don't. But Codal5 asks you, are you the best Leona NA?
Total 5, I appreciate you spending the channel points to ask me the question. I'll definitely slide into your DMs later. To answer your question, when you ask about the best Leona, I guess when you think about what describes best, right? Like what describes greatness? Is it flash, ulting, enemies? Is it or is it when 3 giant beefy enemies decide to they see a nice pretty brunette girl just like walking through the forest, and then they just decide to just let's walk towards her like as if I have a Rammus taunt, and then they all just stand on top of me, right? And then I'm just like, well, they're all on top of me. Well, if they're all on top of me, I don't want it to turn into the meme, right? So I should just like shine on them. So I'll flash them, right? So I literally flash them, and they're just still there, just like stunned, and then they just get stunned again and again and again. Yeah, so I'm better than Grace.
Who's Grace?
Ollie.
Oh, okay.
Come at me. Yeah.
All right, so challenge issued here to a support we're about to see in the upcoming game, issued by the Northwest. Maybe they can have a Leona 1v1 to settle this dispute. I'm gonna be honest, Steven, like that interview went on for so long that you stunned me with your response. So that's some real Leona gameplay as far as I'm concerned. So good stuff there. Okay, well, congratulations to Double JungleGap. We're gonna hear from you guys soon, as in 1 hour. You guys have a second game tonight against Support Diff at 9. But we are now going to move towards the second game of the night between. Wait, who's playing? I forgot. Team Strag and Hapuuma Matata. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, while we set that one up.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Twitch chat.
Oh, he'll be back soon. Twitch chat. Congratulations, by the way, to everybody who won channel points. So, okay. Finally gonna get some backup here as well very, very shortly. I'm very excited to introduce... yes, there he is. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, thank your lucky stars that you did not have to hear me solo cast all 3 hours tonight. Gonna introduce my guest co-caster for the night, one Mino Haxer, aka I think like the 6th Kevin in this goddamn tournament. Y'all need to pick a better name, but this Kevin you might know from just playing League of Legends. So Kevin, I'll let you do your own intro.
Cool. Hey everyone, I'm Mino Haxer. I think I'm mostly known for just being a high elo support player in League. Played on collegiate teams when I was a student at Carnegie Mellon. I played in some of Tyler One's tournaments. I've just been kind of hopping around. Still, I haven't been too relevant to the scene recently. I've decided to retire a little bit from League, but thought it might be fun to cast some games with my good old buddy Rogerino. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
Yeah, very, very happy to be graced by such a high elo player. While we're waiting to set up game 2, you guys should check out. I still remember the TSM episode. Or our video. Let me see if I
Oh,
can
the
find it.
why it should be on TSM.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. So you guys should definitely check this out. Oops. I don't know why it starts at 12 seconds, but alright, there you go. Definitely check it out. That's Kevin for you. Okay. I'm gonna quickly talk about game 2 of the night here. So as I get invited into this lobby, get you in here as well. Okay. So on the left side, we will have Hapuuma, Matata, so I'm gonna start getting them in here, or Team Strag. I'm gonna get them in here as well. So there we go. There we go. No, not Humble Donut. Kato. Where's Kato? Okay, so in this matchup, Team Strag on blue side, sitting also at 1-5 on the season, hopefully looking to not join. Don't worry, we scale at the bottom of the standings at 1-6. However, their one win did come up against Andyland, able to hand them their first defeat of the season. So clearly capable of great things, even if their record does not reflect it. Could also reflect on their very high variance playstyle. Meanwhile, speaking of variance, Hapuuma Matata also on a bit of a roller coaster. Have not won or lost more than 2 games in a row, if memory serves. They lost their first game of the season, 1-2, then lost their next 2. Wait, no. 1, lost 2, 1-1. No, yeah, 1-2, 1-2, lost 1. Hey, I have to remember so many games, Kevin. You know, for every single team. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's lost 1-2, lost 2-1. So, okay. Wait, no, that's not right. Gotcha. I mean, it doesn't matter. Anyways, it doesn't matter. They're at 3-3. That's all you need to know. Is Roger bad? Yes. Shut the fuck up, Helen. I am. Okay, don't remind me. All right. But as it stands here, 2 teams that are capable of great heights and some pretty low lows. Hapuuma Matata are coming off a loss to double JungleGap, so it's officially lost, 2 wins, loss, win, loss. I got it. I did the math.
Nice. Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yes. Thank you. So will be interesting to see how this result shakes out. As it stands, though, where the is Knock? Okay, I'm gonna check in with both teams. So sit tight, Kevin, and then.
No worries.
All
I'm
right.
excited to see some high quality League of Legends games.
Indeed. Hello, gamers.
Good.
Hi, Roger.
Hey, Kevin. Where is Knock? Do we know?
He is getting on right now. Oh, there he is.
Aha!
Speak for the devil himself.
Okay, goody. All right, that's everybody here for Team Strag.
Yes,
do you guys know
sir.
who you're sending out for this game?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, are we gonna do an interview? Do we
Of
already
course,
do that?
of course, we're gonna do an interview.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Just
just
let
think
us
about that for a
know.
second. All right.
That is one of them.
Hello,
I think
gamers.
that would be
Don't
fine.
reveal strats. You guys are on stream. You're on stream.
I'm picking Viego. Hello.
Hello.
Wait, I wanted to pick Viego.
Oh,
Wait, I wasn't gonna be Viego.
Ban karma, you won't.
Oh.
Ban karma, you won't.
okay. So, challenges being issued already. You guys ready?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys know who you're sending up?
I don't know. It's either Forbes or Grace.
I
No,
don't
it's
shit
Forbes.
talk.
It's
no.
Forbes. It's Forbes. It's
Okay.
Forbes.
Okay.
It's Forbes.
Okay, so we'll see who both teams decide to send up for the pre-match interview here. A little bit of a mystery, but just how I like it. So let's ask for it. Can I get both interview? Or can I get
Gotta add the ooh. That's how you lure people in.
Exactly.
Why did you woo?
What do you mean? Why did I ooh woo? You're here.
Yep, exactly. Baited.
I can't why.
Okay, so we're gonna wait here for the representative from Team Strag. Don't make me go in there and yell at you people, please.
Grace lying through her teeth saying she doesn't know how to shit talk.
Okay, still just waiting. Still just waiting. Come on, people. What the f is this?
What is happening?
Yeah.
Hey, wait. Can you guys read?
Oh wait, sorry. Oh, sorry. It was all the way down. Sorry.
All right, thanks.
Oh my god.
What are we reading?
All right, I had to question the literacy skills there. But we finally have a pair of stragglers coming up from their team's chat for the pre-game interview. So for the blue side team, Team Strag represented as always by their captain, accompanied by the scholar, aka Ryan. Meanwhile, for Hapuuma Matata, going to be represented by their jungler, aka Magnus Crow, aka Forbes. All right. So
very out of my element.
Very out of your element. Don't worry, Forbes. It's all good vibes here on the pre-game interview desk. But unfortunately, your interview of virginity will be taken by Kevin. So I don't know if you've had this.
You heard it here first. I'll be out here popping cherries. Go pop, 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 pop.
Oh my lord.
Indeed. So
Yeah.
Kevin, I assume you want to do the intro here for Ryan. So I'm gonna give the floor over to you.
Of course. Well, thank you so much, Roger. You already know the biz. Cows up in the chat. Welcome up here in this Gigorama up here February 10. 4 days is a little Valentine's Day. Get your boo thing something, which we all know that the other team ain't got no boo things. Come on. You can't even clock it right now. And I'm going to here introducing the one, the only Mr. The scholar out here taking y'all to school. Take it away, Ryan.
Yeah, we're the homo hetero bot lane.
Homo hetero bot lane. Indeed.
In the flesh, yeah.
Okay, so my question to you, Ryan, what's it like being part of that homo hetero dynamic in the bot lane?
Well, these interviews are just like our comms, so it's easy game. So
it's a lot of Rekka cacaos.
Yeah, a lot of cacaos.
I see.
A lot of slaying, a lot of queens.
A lot of slaying, bro.
What?
I see.
Win game, lose game, or win lane, lose game.
Wait a minute.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Can you also give us some insight into your name?
Oh, the scholar. Oh, yeah. So I'm a high school teacher. So yeah, I switched my name to the scholar, and not recently, but I got my master's a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
congratulations.
I thought it was pretty fitting.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Nice. So how are you going to educate Hapuuma Matata on how to play League of Legends?
Hapuuma. Last game, I think we had a pause. Make-A-Wish called us, so we had to give that to charity. But this game, we're coming out strong.
I see.
No punches pulled this time.
Gotcha. So no charity here for the scholar. Okay, now I'm going to turn the floor over to Magnus Crow, representing Hapuuma Matata. As this is your first time, Magnus, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
I play like an idiot.
Okay.
If we're gonna define that, but just me in general, right?
Sure, whatever you want to tell to Twitch chat.
Hi, I'm Magnus Grow. I like collecting cardboard.
Like collecting cardboard? Okay.
That's my entire personality trait.
That's your entire personality trait. Okay. Well, speaking of collecting cardboard, then, you know, unfortunately for Team Strag, their wins have been pretty rare. So, what are you guys going to do to make sure that they do not find a win in their latest League of Legends pack?
We just play like it's a fiesta every game. Our team abbreviation is Team Ham, so
True.
in the name of Ham, we must go ham.
Okay, so gonna go ham here and hope that maybe Team Strag is maybe they're Muslim. Maybe they're not a fan.
I don't like that. I'm vegetarian. I don't eat no ham up in this
only
gig.
thing he eats
Not in
is
this gigorama.
pussy,
The only
right?
thing, yeah, you can't be shoving down meat down my throat.
Wait, can I make a statement? I know
Well,
I
what the
wasn't
fuck were
invited.
Okay, well, we
last
see we
thing
have
you
a
know.
bit of an intruder on the interview desk.
We got a
but-
straggler, y'all.
No, this is important, everyone. This is important. I just want to tell everyone, if you're voting for Hapuuma Matata, I just want to say that I have a 100% win rate when I'm playing with Hapuum, and I have a 100% win rate when I'm playing against Hapuum. You can even ask Hapuum; he's fucking scared.
I hope you're gonna say anything.
Sure.
What the fuck is this?
What is happening?
They're evening out the numbers.
What's going on, guys?
Wait, hold on. Oh my god. Okay, everyone go the fuck back to your team chats. We have a game to play. All right.
Okay.
Good luck, everyone.
Bye.
Good luck.
Oops, this is the wrong.
Well, I'm so glad, Kevin, that your first pre-game interview session was with Kevin.
Oh man, that was the most straightforward and not confusing conversation I'd have listened to in a while.
Indeed. So a bunch of characters here in the Duo Big community.
I love the energy. I'm excited for some high quality games. Let's go.
Let's do it. So it looks like both teams should be starting this lobby very, very soon. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so from your opinion, who do you think is more favored between the two teams?
Yeah, I think it's a Hapuuma Matata. I think my general impression of them is basically they're all strong individual players that don't know how to really play together yet. But when they do, they're capable of some very good things. They have a very strong top laner in Hapuum, their team captain. Very aggressive bot lane as well. So you heard Steven call out Oli, their support, who's been eating a lot of like Leona, Nautilus, Rel bans. So if they can, snowball Lane Kingdom into some objective wins, I think it's a good game plan for them. Yeah.
Okay.
For Team Strag on blue side, I think their strength isn't also in their bot lane. Kevin, pretty good support player. More fan of the e-girl supports. Big Janna fan. So it'll be interesting to see.
Sounds exactly like me. What a coincidence. Kevin that plays support and likes Janna.
Indeed. So, yeah, gonna be interesting to see. Looks like it might be an option for them, given the bans here. And then I think Kato as their jungler is pretty good as well. And Algae can pop off, although he can also just make these really weird macro decisions that end up running it down for his team. Yeah.
So are all these bans more like target bans in your opinion?
Yeah,
Or-
definitely. I think so. Leona definitely targeted towards Ollie, Aatrox, and Hapuum. Aatrox and Aurelia targeted towards Hapuum. I guess the Malphite ban is a general ban, but Olaf and Cassiopeia are definitely target bans.
I see.
Yeah, I don't agree with
Makes
the Olaf
sense.
ban, given the latest nerfs. So
Yeah, and with your first pick, that's always very solid to get.
okay.
Can't complain.
Yeah. Interestingly here, actually, we're not going to see an engaged support from Ollie. Definitely her preferred MO, but instead we're going to see her revert to her e-girl nature and pick up Lulu. And then Hecarim going to be the pick here for Magnus Crow.
Yeah, solid duo combo. Lulu being able to speed up and buff a Hecarim that's snowballing.
Yeah.
So I like it so far.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how blue side responds. I mean, hovering a Jhin. Ziggs?
Ooh,
Ooh.
Ziggs. So this is a blind Ziggs.
That's interesting. They would blind pick Ziggs. That's very brave. I'm very surprised they would do that.
Yes. So this is a
But
pick.
later must be very confident. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mistkiller on the Ziggs. We saw this in their last game against... Who was it against? I don't remember. They played it in the last game. It didn't come out great. I got ganked a lot. So he needs to really respect the gank potential of Hecarim here. As long as he can do that, should be able to pick up solid CS leads and then demolish those turrets as well.
Wow. And a Jhin pick too to follow up with that. That's a lot of long range poking. I can yeah, definitely a reasonable combo. I'm surprised they didn't pick a support here given that they saw Lulu. But maybe they wanted more priority on those picks or maybe they still wanted some time to scope things out. Not sure.
Ooh. Alright, Hapuuma Matata gonna go down to the very end here before picking up the Ashe. So that will be the bot lane for Hapuuma Matata locked in. This also follows their MO thus far drafting wise. I think this something they'd like to do is draft their bot lane and jungler first and leave their solo lanes up for counter picks.
Yep, very common strat. Even in LCS, it's pretty common, so not surprising there. And there goes the Janna ban. Yep.
Okay, so yeah, that lack of a support pick maybe coming back to bite Team Strag in the butt. The next thing that I've seen from Nuhia support-wise has been a Zillion, although the Zillion has been questionable just in terms of the chrono shift uses. So we'll see if that ends up being picked again.
Zillion would be a pretty good pick here. I think, speeding up Udyr, slowing down Hecarim, speeding up a Jhin, I think that can prove a lot of value. And as long as Zillion doesn't get Ashe ulted, he can chrono shift the target. But if, like you mentioned, if there's questionable chrono shift usage, maybe not the best pick. But I don't think it's a terrible pick here. I think it's actually pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
I would like to see them go for it if that's a pick that the support falls back to.
Yeah. Okay, so going to be a pair of mid lane bans for Team Strag here. Banning out Niku Toilet, who has a good champion pool. So it looks like Galio will be the pick there. So we have that Galio Hecarim dive.
Yep. Very safe mid lane pick too. Pretty good against pretty much anything. And especially against Ziggs actually. So ooh, a Zyra.
Okay,
That's
so
crazy.
yeah, so counter dive gonna be the play here for Kevin. Zyra going to do a lot of damage to a rampaging Hecarim Galio combo charging in if she doesn't get bursted first.
Yeah, Zai's really got a position well, but I can see Zai being a really nice pick here, just like you said, for the counter pick or counter initiation that the red team has. What do you think the last pick is going to be?
Well, I was gonna say Aurelia, but that got banned. Oh, okay, so they're gonna go all in. So Camille Galio, tried and true.
Really strong pick.
Yeah.
Very, very strong pick. I think just from the draft, I like red team's draft seems very, very strong. Just Camille Galio is just such a strong combo, even with the Hecarim dive too. And having initiation of Ashe too. Like I feel like it's gonna be really hard for blue team to play around all these initiations. Like I think when they have like 4 ways to jump in, like there's only so much like a Zyra or like a Gnarls can do.
Yeah. Also interesting, I like the Ashe pick. Given this comp, you basically have 3.5 Ashe arrow targets between Jhin, Zyra, Ziggs, and Mininar.
Yep.
So that'll be good.
Yep. I will say I think one thing to watch out for blue side is that Naru Udyr I think is like pretty good at like kiting, and if they get further ahead, like especially Nar versus Camille, like Nar can definitely just outkite the Camille if Nar gets ahead. Same thing with Udyr against Hecarim. So, blue team definitely has potential to take this game if they're able to get a really early lead. I think they snowball way harder than red side, especially with like Ziggs and being able to take turrets fast. And,
Yeah,
no, it's there. Like
the poke potential, and then you have an Udyr sitting there menacingly, so standing there menacingly.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, there's definitely a good thought in both drafts from both teams.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, with these drafts being locked in, no placeholder picks will mean the bet is live. So take your pick between Team Strag on blue side versus Hapuuma Matata on red side. Team Strag looking to end their first round robin just a spot ahead of Don't Worry, We Scale at 2 and 5. Meanwhile, Hapuuma Matata hoping to end on a win and bring their record to 4 and 3.
Oh man, who are you putting your prediction on this game?
I think it has to go to Hapuuma Matata, just based off of a little bit of player skill and also like ease of execution in the comp. I think it's really hard to organize disengage at this level. So, Camille Galio is very, very brain dead engage, and then you'll have Ash and Hecarim over the top as well.
Yep, I completely agree. I think that I've always found that even in like high elo, like whoever has initiative is almost always the one that can win the game, because when you're able to dictate when to fight, it's so much easier to find the right timing to get the good fight in, with like an Ash hero, for example, or Camille, like you said.
Right.
So I think it's much easier to execute red side, which is why I have placed my bet for red side.
Indeed. So caster, hopefully not curse. My co-casters have not had the best luck with their portfolio, but maybe it's the challenger Diff that's going to take it over the top. But as we take a look at the early returns here, going to be heavily in favor of the red side, 16% only for Team Strag, which will mean, though, if you bet on Team Strag and they win, you will be swimming in those channel points, which you can redeem for some spicy rewards. So we already saw one redemption of that custom SR game coming out from Jeff Pog Players, so maybe we'll get another custom game going very, very soon. All right. Okay, so we're going to start loading into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Going to close the bets for game 2 of the night. When all is said and done, going to be 10-90 in favor of Hapuuma Matata. Oh my goodness. So not a lot of stragglers in the chat, but maybe that's how they like it. Maybe they only want the true wanderers along their journey. Okay, so here we go. Gonna organize my champions because I always forget to do that. And we immediately start with a pause because Miss Killer is peeing. At least we have some nice onomatopoeia coming out from Magnus Crow. Thank you for that. Okay.
Sometimes a nerve gets you. You gotta make sure that you're focused in game. I respect that.
Did you ever have to take a break when you were on stage?
I think there was definitely one game where I drank a lot of water and coffee because I was nervous. And, like after the game ended, I had to pee for like 2 minutes. It was like so
just
long.
Booked it.
yeah. It was an intense game too. It was a super long game. It was like a 40-minute game.
Oh
like,
no!
It didn't help. Yeah, I was so drained after that game. But
did they have a policy or like you had like, yo, if you have to go, you got to go?
No. Like I think the LCS policy. So basically, what they do is that this is like insider info, by the way. So basically, what happens is that like right before the game starts, like before champ select, you have to essentially sign like a little note saying that you acknowledge like your peripherals are correct, the champions are correct, the runes are correct, or whatever, and like you're mentally okay. You don't have to use the restroom. So if you do have to end up using the restroom, you basically just have to suck it up and hold it. Maybe if your bladder's gonna explode, you could just leave stage or something. But like, they would not pause like for about.
I see. Barring some emergency.
Yeah, barring some emergency, like they're not.
I see. Damn.
Yeah, they're brutal. Like once you sign, that's why like whenever like in pro play, like someone puts the wrong runes, like they're not gonna remake the wrong runes because they signed the note.
Oh,
so
I see.
That's the reason why. The more you know.
The more I know. Okay, I don't know how much time we're gonna get, but you know, it reminds me. Do you watch soccer at all?
Not too much.
Okay, well, so there was this guy who played for the England national team back in like the 80s and 90s, and basically he had some loose bowels during a World Cup match, and then he took one too many slide tackles, and then when he came up from the tackle, there was just a streak of brown along his leg.
Man, that's
So
nasty.
yeah, so he literally shit himself on national television, representing his country. Good times.
Wow. Yeah. That's one way to be famous in soccer.
Yeah, I mean he was a really good player too. It was funny because yeah. Anyways, we're talking about League of Legends here, obviously. And as we take a look at this game, Udyr actually not going to go for a 6-camp clear that he's very good at. Gonna skip his Krugs entirely. Maybe looking to look for an early gank here onto Hapuuma the Gnar here. Actually, ooh, Camille gonna take a very bad trade. Gnar hitting level 2 early there.
Nice trade top.
Yeah. Gonna be interesting to see where this Udyr goes. Because, like I said, gonna have ample time to get a gank off before the crab spawns, given Udyr's clear speed.
I'm actually surprised Udyr didn't invade. I think the bot lane from blue side actually has a lot more priority in area levels, and I think that if Udyr did try to go 1v1 Hecarim, Udyr would easily win that 1v1. But Jhin and Zyra for like from long range, like I think it would have been a really solid game plan from blue side if they executed that.
Yeah,
that's okay.
As it stands,
No, nothing. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, as it stands, it will mean that this bot lane of Team Strag here are going to be susceptible to a very early Galio roam. And here we go. Here we go. So let's see how the Jhin decides to use Flash here. Oh no, gonna flash into the Galio knockup. That is just tragic. First blood going to be handed over to Lulu. Oh no.
So I don't blame him. Like, flashing over the Galio knockup is actually pretty hard.
Yeah.
I think that the only way the Jhin could have lived there is if Zyra used the root on the Galio instead of on the actual Lulu to stop the Galio from doing it. I think that was the only way the Jhin was going to live. With flashing, of course.
Right. Yeah.
Although I don't blame him. Like, who roams the Galio level 3? Ooh,
hold on, Hecarim gonna go mid, gonna be able to find a gank onto. Oh, but now the Hecarim gonna knock the Ziggs out of a potential Galio knockup. Will mean that Ziggs is forced to blow Flash here, however, and Udyr just gonna be forced to babysit the Ziggs and try to push Hecarim away. Yeah.
Dang, this is the high quality gold average that I was looking for. This is awesome.
Of course. You could tell me this is Challenger NA solo queue, and I would just be a little bit surprised. But yeah, good stuff here coming out from Hapuuma Matata. Going to mean first blood and summoner advantages as well in both the bot and mid lanes.
Yeah, no, really well played from Galio, and like a good, really good timings overall. Like, you saw that Hecarim was ready to jump mid as soon as Galio came back from the roam. Like, you could just tell, like, very coordinated with all this.
Really hold on, no, now though, Zyra not going to land the root, but Jhin did land the Deadly Flourish. Unfortunately, that CC lockup not available. Otherwise, could have spelled a very, very dead Lulu.
Yeah, very close, and that's the power of the bot lane we're talking about. Jhin and Zyra, so much pressure early on. Ash and Lulu have to play super safe for a while. Probably not until level 6 for Talia back.
Yeah, but as it stands, this Jhin not having Flash is also going to present a easy target for the Hecarim. And Hecarim, at level 5, has been power farming heavily here. Should be able to hit 6 off of 3 more camps, I believe. And then potentially can start looking for a devastating onslaught of shadows onto this very, very immobile bot lane of Team Strag. That being said, the prio here for Team Strag can potentially translate to an early dragon. Pings going down from Hapuuma Matata, but
that's a very early dragon. I do like the call though. I think that like right now, like bot shoved in the lane, they have a little bit of priority. I like this.
Yeah, and Ulu actually going to be able to be snared up here by the... Ooh, okay. No engage here. 4 members. Going to be a teleport in coming in from the Gnar as well. Let's see if Lulu's able to get the blast going in time. And And actually, Gnar, though, going to be able to follow. Deadly Flourish going to be flashed away from. But now one more auto from the Gnar. Going to be Exhaust coming out, plus the heal from the Ashe to be able to save her support. And now it's going to be a fight kicking up in this bot lane jungle. Udyr going to be able to find Hecarim and knock him over the wall. Ooh, with the Deadly Flourish plus the Boomerang. Wow. And now Galio in a ton of trouble as well. All 5 members of Team Strag showing up here. I talked about this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the power of having like a Jhin with such long range in a poke comp. Like you saw like Udyr was 1v1 in the Hecarim and then boom, out of nowhere, Jhin W.
Jhin W plus the Gnar Boomerang enough to pick up the Hecarim there.
Yep. Yeah, very well played from. That's huge. Like they got Dragon, they got a kill. The only bad thing though, Camille getting very strong now, level 6 with the Sheen. Can definitely be one of the Gnars when he comes back to lane. Hecarim's also hovering, probably gonna get 16 too. So Gnar better watch out.
Yeah, could be a gank onto a level 5 Gnar. We'll see what the choice is here for Hecarim. Still not level 6 yet, but should be able to pick it up very, very soon, and has that red buff available as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is a pretty even game so far. Like we said, like blue team's gotta play to their advantage of the early game, and hopefully they can keep on snowballing with their lead. Play around the Jhin, play around the Udyr. Hopefully they can, get a really nice lead before the game gets pretty hard.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm surprised the Ashe. Yeah, Ashe has to recall now. Yeah, that's good. Like Ashe is really low and hasn't spent anything yet. So
looks like we have a bit of a setup though. We might have a setup for a top dive here. There is that Camille Galio combo available, but actually going to be an Udyr that spots the Hecarim first, so may not be on the card just yet. Galio going to take the Blast Cone over. I don't know if Udyr spotted him flying over the wall there, but now going to be a catch onto the Udyr, and he's going to be too far away from the tower. Onslaught of Shadows going to go over the top and not able to find anything, but Udyr going to go very, very low here. Actually, though, the Ziggs bomb over the top, be able to pick up Camille. Gnar should go down with one more auto, but now there is a Ziggs here, trying to find a 1v2 scenario. This Udyr is very low on health, however, and so is the Galio, though. And Hecarim, one more Q, not going to be able to find it, and the bomb over, not going to land onto the Hecarim. Now, Hecarim going to turn around. Wow, the devastating charge over the top, able to pick that one up. Also has the increased move speed from the Ghost. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. The Ghost timed out there, so does not have the increased duration from the reset. Let's see if he's able to...
Magnus Crow.
Yeah, let's see if he's able to find the Ziggs. Looks like that will not be the case, which means all in all will end up being a 2 for 2. So it looks like kills picked up there by Hecarim. Meanwhile, 1 apiece for Ziggs and Gnar, I believe. Hold on. Oh, no.
Bot lane.
Bot lane. Lulu going to be found out here. So a good kill for... Zyra and Jhin. Jhin, unfortunately, though, did use Flash there to try to secure a kill that was already definitely his. So that is a crucial cooldown that Hecarim or Galio can try to exploit.
Yep. Yeah, and well played from the bot lane. Jhin Zyra combo. One person just needs to land a root. The other person can follow up. That was an easy Lulu kill.
Yeah.
Lulu wasn't 60. Also, I just saw that in that top lane, 3v3, that Gnar got a really sick ult there. That was, the reason why blue team won that fight immediately. Because as soon as the Udyr got jumped with the Camille ult, Gnar was ready with the ult, and then stunned them all, and then bought a lot of time for the Udyr to get out and pump out some more damage. Really well played by Gnar.
Yeah. Okay, so will translate to a roughly 1,000 gold lead for Team Strag in the early game off the strength of mostly their bot lane. Ooh, an interesting interaction there in the top lane. Camille able to buffer that hook shot away from the Mega Gnar scoop. But all in all, yeah, solid lead for the Jhin. And so we'll see how that gets translated into this mid game. Looks to be a bit of a Herald attempt here started by Udyr, but Hecarim on site will mean that the Herald does reset. Second dragon of the game, by the way, going to be an Infernal Dragon. And now Ashe needs to be... Oh, no. Let's see if the root lands from the Zyra. The Deadly Flourish will secure it. This will be a dead Ashe as well. Flash going to be used for nothing there. Overextension there by the Ashe will mean another kill picked up for this bot lane. And yeah, Lulu roam top.
Man, that's important.
Oh, and Udyr actually going to be able to smite the Herald away as well and be able to pick it up. Now going to engage onto the Lulu. Wow. The Onslaught of Shadows not going to hit either. Will mean huge wins for Team Strag across the map. Oh
Wow.
no!
That was so brave from Udyr. I can't believe you, dude. This guy's a player. I can't believe he ran in there to try to go for that steal. I would never in a million years have tried that.
Yeah.
He's confident. He knows his stuff.
Yeah,
I
so
love
the smite steal there away from the Hecarim, who actually didn't have smite, will mean that with this pressure in the bot lane, should be first turret for them and give them good positioning onto this dragon as well.
Yeah, I mean now like I think blue team can just take dragon pretty much.
Hold
for
on,
free.
in the top lane though, looks to be solo kill for the Camille. One more Hextech Protocol gonna be flashed away from by the Gnar. There will be a trade kill in the end. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Ashe going to barely dodge out from the snare, but there is not a turret here for her, so it needs to be very, very careful. Dragon's still available though. Let's see if it gets started. Looks like it will.
Yeah, there's no way they can walk in, especially with the Zyra plans. Like they're just in a way better position. Wow, blue team really snowballing their lead. Really well played.
Yeah, and if you bet on Team Strag in Twitch chat, you are very, very happy with how this game is going so far, in line for a huge payout. Let's see.
Okay, so if you're red team right now, what would be your plan of attack right now? You know, you're behind a little bit. What would you do?
I think you set up a Hecarim Galio gank into bot lane. Jhin doesn't have flash, so you try to get some kills, maybe shut down this momentum. You have Ashe Arrow as well, so it's the ultimate gank setup. It's just, you know, they haven't really been able to coordinate their jungler, trying to spend a lot of time topside, trying to snowball this Camille. Yeah. The other avenue is to set up that Camille Galio combo and try to snowball this Camille into a split push threat that Team Strike has to answer for.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm actually quite surprised the Hecarim hasn't ganked Valia, especially when they have Ashel and Jhin doesn't have cleanse. I feel like it's a completely free kill if the Hecarim comes in, but I just feel like with the early lead they got, like Udyr had just been running around everywhere, and I felt like Hecarim has been forced to match the Udyr rather than dictate the pace of the game. So yeah, they really got to change up their plan right now because, you know, if this keeps going on, like I think they're going to slowly keep bleeding out and losing more objectives.
Yeah, and speaking of, Udyr now going to try to turn this top lane around in favor of Gnar. Going to creep into the lane for a gank, and I don't think Camille is any the wiser for it. Needs to be careful. Gnar does have the shovel as well. Going to dodge the stun, so good stuff there, but still... Oh, here's the scoop. Scoop gonna stun the Camille. Udyr still waiting though. Actually gonna wait till the stun basically wears off. But now though, the hook shot. Let's see if he'll find a Tiger Dot. Tiger Dot. Not gonna be enough. Oh, but the boomerang over the wall. Meanwhile, the mid lane though, Zyra is gonna go down. So gonna be a trade of top laner for support. But Galio being very low here as well. Gonna mean the overall HP advantage for Team Strag should translate into a mid tower courtesy of that Zig satchel charge. And there it is.
Yep. Man, yeah, that's very honestly really well played by the Gnar top side. Super patient, like waiting for the Camille to get closer and closer and closer, and then when he least suspected, got the ult and follow up and boomerang.
Yeah,
Gnar's been playing really well so far. I think Gnar has been the MVP of this game thus far, in my opinion.
Right,
doing a great job.
Yeah, and it'll have a good time in these team fights as well. Obviously, with the Mega Gnar ultimate, looking to land some sick engages. Really, the only engage tool if you are. Or I guess multi-man engage tool if you are Team Strag. Obviously, Udyr can run in at mock speed and punch somebody. But with the Ashe there, going to be slowed down in that advance. So we'll see if those Gnar flanks come into play here as we roll into the mid-game. One thing that is unfortunate, though, if you are blue side, it is an Ocean Soul. So if red side starts picking up some of these ocean dragons, gonna mean that poke is just a little bit less effective.
Yeah, Ocean's definitely going to be the most important drag to get this game, like you say, because the poke team definitely wants the extra regen. Same thing for the team getting poked at.
Right.
So really want to see red team try to contest this, try to look for a pick with the Ashel. I think Ashel has only used, I think maybe for that kill on Zyra mid just before, and I think that's about it.
Right.
I really want to see them try to engage more with their tools, because I don't think they're as behind as they think they are if they get a good initiation off.
No, definitely. Yeah. Let's take a look at the gold distribution as well. So Gnar about 500 head of Camille. Udyr basically on par with Hecarim. It's actually basically all concentrated in the bot lane. Both Jhin and Zyra holding about 1.2 to 1.5k gold leads ahead of their respective counterparts. Gonna be the bulk of that 4k gold lead for Team Strag. So we'll see how this Jhin Gale forced up here for this Ocean Dragon will maneuver these team fights.
Yeah, that's actually huge that blue team has Leandry finished on Ziggs, Gale Force finished on Jhin. Meanwhile, Galio and Ashe haven't finished their mythic item. So that's actually a really big deal. I'm actually not sure if they can win this fight even with...
Right. Yeah, so... Team Strag gonna do their homework early, well ahead of the dragon spawn, already on site, trying to get some good vision down. Maybe look for a pick as well. Hecarim needs to be careful. Meanwhile, Camille content to push top lane, does have teleport here, but only sitting on Divine Sunder will mean she is very, very squishy at this stage in the game. So if she does not pick her dive carefully, can get easily blown up. And Lulu needs to be careful. Oh my god, gonna be an initiation onto the Zyra. Gonna be forcing a flash there. Hecarim gonna go in over the top. And now the Galio ulti on top as well. Look at this engage. Wild growth over the top, able to pick up the Zyra as well. Ziggs gonna go very, very low as well. Gnar try to 1v2 with the Ashe and the Lulu in the backline, but it's his backline that's dead here. So good engage. Gnar gonna be able to turn around. Actually gonna be a double kill. One more auto is able to fight it. No! The hook shot. One more auto from the Gnar. Able to fight it. So will be a double kill for the Gnar, but will go down to the Camille in short order. And if you're Hapuuma Matata, you're very happy with how this fight has turned out. Looks to be a 4-for-2 when all is said and done in favor of Hapuuma Matata, giving them back into this game as long as Hecarim can press D at the right time here.
Jhin ult, fourth bullet?
I don't know. Oh my goodness. So, misjudging the crit damage there. Will mean the jungler of Hapuuma Matata goes down, and all of a sudden the Camille going over the wall. Wait a minute. This... Oh my goodness. And Camille, though, actually, could have found an engagement onto Ziggs as well, but a bit of a scuffed dragon attempt is going to give an extra kill over to the Jhin using the 4-shot of that ultimate.
Wow, that was chaos. But like we said, right, like, red team just needs to find the right initiation. They got it, like, really nice, like what I liked is that like Ashe ulted first, Zyra flashed out, and then they were ready to counter engage there after the Ashe ult. But then Hecarim waited a couple seconds and then went in with the Hecarim ult, followed by Galio ult and Camille TP. Like, the red team played that team fight super, super well. And yeah, that's what, like we said, like now red team is slowly going to come back if they keep fighting like this.
Yeah, that was really close. Zyra was almost able to walk out, but he got knocked up by the Lulu Wild Growth and then kept him on the very edge of the follow-up Galio knockup. So
yeah, and honestly, Gnar played that fight super well too. Like, he really tried to test to stall their backline, and he ended up getting 2 kills before dying. Like, this fight would have gone way worse if Gnar didn't play that well. Like, he's really like I said it before, he's definitely the best player in blue team so far right now.
Hold on, gonna be a roam here from Predator Galio onto the very vulnerable Mega Gnar. Actually gonna go through the shovel there. Gnar will jump back to safety just a little bit, but now the Hextech Ultimatum gonna keep Gnar on the very edge of tower range here. The Ziggs ulti over the top should not be enough, only gonna land onto the Galio. And so a good pick onto that Gnar will mean an advantage for the potential Herald take. That was... Oh no, Hecarim gonna use the Onslaught of Shadows onto a Udyr. Happy to comply with that one. Gonna walk out very, very easily there. And now this Herald is still being contested by both teams. Let's see if Udyr is able to find another clutch Smite Steal. Crab gonna be taken away there though.
I believe in the Udyr. He's got this. 2 for 2. Let's go.
Hecarim here, content to play zoning duty, but now going to go very low as well. One more auto from Phoenix Nest. Udyr going to be able to pick that one up. Ziggs now going to go in as well. Ziggs able to find the Lulu, and now Camille going to fall down in short order. This Galio wondering where all his friends went all of a sudden. And meanwhile, on the bottom, going to be a solo kill for Jhin as well. So, all of a sudden, 4 members of Hapuuma Matata dead.
Oh, Galio.
Galio going to be forced to flash away as well. So, yeah, advantages across the map for Team Strag. Jhin with 1 more auto is going to be able to pick up that bot lane at tier 2 and open up a 5,000 gold lead again.
Baron being started.
Yeah, and now we're going to get a Baron attempt as well. This is going to be a relatively slow but healthy Baron courtesy of this tanky Udyr. Already going down here. And Baron being as fresh as it is going to be very, very weak.
Yeah, they got this. Yeah, with the Zyra plants, they got all the damage. Wow.
Ziggs ulti gonna put a cherry on top. Wow, so a 20-minute Baron here for Team Strag. If you are part of that 10%, you're about to cash out big time. Ooh, Jindo needs to be careful. Has not reset following that bot lane kill. And now going to open up onto Camille here, but going to be relatively wasted, just as the Rift Herald was similarly wasted. I don't know why that Rift Herald was dropped there. Definitely should have saved that for Dragon.
Yeah, I agree. Wasn't the great Rift Herald? Man, that was a chaotic fight. I just want to say that Ziggs is what a Chad. Like he flashed in threw all his spells on the Camille and Lulu to kill them from basically like 60% health. Like that instantly won the fight. Like
yeah, definitely.
And, yeah, Meteor just like 1v1ing Hecarim. Like we said, like Meteor can definitely do it if Meteor gets ahead. And I mean, he was like I think a level ahead in that fight, and maybe one item up. So yeah, blue team honestly really playing to their strengths. I'm honestly surprised like red team tried to keep on with that Rift Herald, given that Baron was out.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a big mistake that a lot of low elo players make, is that when it's almost 20 minutes, you have to really be careful about dying, because one or two deaths basically means a free Baron for the enemy team.
Right.
So you don't really want to take that risk, and I'm really surprised that both teams tried to contest that, because whichever team lost that fight, they were going to lose Baron. Like, and I don't think you should try to decide.
Udyr going to be overextended, going to be found by Galio and Hecarim. Hecarim, though, still going to be content to solo ulti the Hecarim. Oh no, now Hecarim go very, very low. He'll gonna be used as well, but look at this Jin do so much damage. Goodness gracious alive. This Jin is eating people alive in this bot jungle in favor of Team Strag. If you are this Hecarim, why are you ulting this very, very tanky Udyr? Oh no. And now look at this Udyr run so fast towards this. Ashe gonna be able to lock that one down. The Phoenix stats gonna be more than enough. Tiger dot ticking as well. Wow, Ashe gonna get away with just a sliver of HP. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Camille gonna go aggressive onto that Onar, who should be able to get just enough to transform here. Camille trying to stay away from the wall, not gonna be able to do that. So one more hook shot. Actually gonna go the wrong way. Where is this Camille going? Oh no. But with that bot lane jungle fight, gonna mean that Team Strag is going to be put on Ocean Soul Point here.
Oh, that's huge. Yeah, like blue team has a very clear path to win the game now. Just stall another 5 minutes, get the Ocean Soul, and like they're honestly golden to just steamroll them. Like red team really has to make sure that they prepare for this upcoming fight. This next fight Drag's gonna determine the game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be scary. Oh man. This Udyr is so tanky. With Turbo Kemting, Deadman, Plated, Steel Cap, like Bramble, like my god, like he does not. He gives zero fucks. He's a honey badger, like man.
It's an old meme, but it checks out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about the Camille splitting right now. It's hard. Like I think Camille can maybe 1v1 the Gnar, but I think their team really needs the team fighting help. Like I actually think Camille can't split, especially for the upcoming drag. Like I think Camille should stay with them just to get a good Galio ult.
Yeah, gonna be a more or less guaranteed Galio Camille into the backline, but have not able to find that yet, especially with Hecarim content to ult the front line of Team Strag. And we're just gonna see here how well. Okay, here we go. Gonna be engaged onto the Ziggs, but Ziggs does have Zanya, so Galio ulti over the top, not gonna be able to block up the Ziggs, but now Ziggs is gonna be very vulnerable. But look at this return fire coming in from the Jhin. One more auto plus the Gale Force up at the top. Onslaught Shadow is gonna be used to try to escape, but now the second will be slowed up by the Jhin. One more shot gonna be able to do a triple kill for the Jhin. And now Team Strag should be able to push into the base of Hapuuma Matata here.
Yeah, Scholar schooling some kids back down. Like this Jhin is popping off 600 gold bounty. Like man, he's a tough force to reckon with.
Yeah, Hapuuma Matata not able to find the engage onto the right target there. That was a Ziggs who did have a Zanya's Hourglass completed for about 5 minutes already. So just a case of not hitting tab there if you are the red team.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate fight. Like Ziggs was not the right target to go to. I do like the idea though, you know, they're desperate, they're trying to find a pick. I think that probably wasn't the right time to do it though, but it just was hard. Like their team wasn't completely with them. They didn't even have Ash or Lulu with them, so I'm very surprised they tried to go for that. You know, they're desperate, trying to look for something. I respect it.
Okay, so with that, Team Strag not going to ease up on the pressure. Now going to be pushing in mid as well. Will have that pushing bot lane for the next 5 minutes, which crucially should mean that with Ocean Drag spawning in about 2.5, Hapuuma Matata have to send someone to deal with the pushing super minions.
Yeah, they're bot. Camille should really be staying bot this entire time, not top. Like,
yeah. They need to push out as far as they can.
Yeah. Problem.
Man,
this Jin is so strong. He's backing right now. He's got, Gale Force Collector. Oh my god, an RSC. Like, yeah, he's
gonna be one-tapping people.
He's fed, yeah. He's gonna be strong.
Yeah. If we look here, not much armor on the side of Hapuuma Matata either. Camille with the play steel caps. Hecarim went Merc treads. Galio has no armor either. Hold on, gonna be engaged here by Camille onto Gnar. Let's see if the Hextech Ultimatum does get used here. Gonna try to buy some time for the Hecarim to catch up as well. There it is. Hextech Ultimatum gonna be used. Gnar should be able to transform here and knock 2 into the wall. Ziggs ulti over the top. Actually gonna do a good amount of damage. Gnar trying to flash into safety, but now the onslaught of shadows. There's a Jin here, however, trying to find and engage onto the Camille. Now Camille gonna go over the wall. Let's see if he can find the auto. A huge shot onto the Jin, and actually Udyr gonna be caught down as well. The Hecarim does get offered as a sacrifice to the Ziggs, but all in all, that's going to be 3 kills in favor of Hapuuma Matata well before the dragon spawns, which will mean that they can base and respawn, or base and reset for this bot lane wave.
Wow,
Huge
Camille
play.
played that so well. Like, literally living with a sliver of health. Went back in to kill the Jin when she literally had 300 health. Like,
Yeah.
that is so ballsy.
If that stun did not land, Jin turns around, autos her, and she just dies. Wow.
That was impressive. Yeah, the Camille plays Camille when she goes in like that. Like, that is so brave. I think many people would have chickened out there and just ran. But damn, that was bold. I love it. That's the kind of like bloodthirsty mentality you gotta have in order to win games. I love it.
Yeah. Going to mean as well that Camille's able to complete the Sterix gauge as well. Should feel very comfortable team fighting now. Still has a teleport available. We haven't really seen her use that to good effect thus far in this game, but if Hapuuma Matata can set up some good deep wards here for that teleport flank, could mean all of a sudden that this Jin is facing a ton of pressure. Lulu gonna walk in, gonna polymorph the Udyr just in time. Deadly Flourish gonna land though. Now oh my goodness, look at that bomb. Gonna almost one-shot the bot lane here of Hapuuma Matata. Both Lulu and Ashe flashing to safety here. Gonna mean a significant advantage for Team Strag as this Baron gets started. No contest. Dragon is dead. Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to be used. Now this Hecarim needs to be careful. Going to get slammed against the wall. Now going to Devastating Charge in. Got to over the... Oh no! The room going to prevent it from autoing the blast plan. And now Camille going to miss the hookshot onto the wall. Oh no! This Camille running for the hills. Doesn't have hookshot available just yet. And that's going to be a very short distance hookshot. Wilmy Camille goes down as well. This could be game, ladies and gentlemen. Team Strag not going to join. Don't worry, we scale at the bottom of the standings here. Going to be looking to move to 2 and 5. Let's see, though, if there is a miracle play coming out. Nope. Nope.
Oh, wow.
Okay, good night. Good night.
Good night.
Okay, so the Deadly Flourish landing will mean that Ashe goes down. Galio gonna go down as well. Only Lulu left to tell the tale of this game. Gonna mean game 2, Team Strag, I think. Actually, they don't have minions. Oh, there they are.
Yeah, they got this. Well played.
Well played for Team Strag. And
Yeah,
Gnar
Caster's Curse.
Caster Curse.
Yeah, honestly, really well played by Blue Side. They needed to play really aggressive. Their bot lane got a huge lead, and I think that's what really started the snowball. And Udyr, like, getting that really nice, like, Rift Smite. Like, very, very well played by Blue Team. Everyone on the Blue Team played super well. Everyone had their moment to shine. I was very impressed with that.
Indeed. And so it will mean, ladies and gentlemen, that we will get... well, we only had one, but we will get another Team Strag post-game interview. I hope that Kevin has another bottle of wine on deck. So they won their first game, like last week, and then their captain just chugged a bottle of wine on stream to celebrate. So we're gonna look to see if that ends up being the case here for Team Strag. But let's see. Give me a second here to. Well, I guess I'm not gonna get a post-game screen, so that's a bit of a sedge. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that, Team Strag going to move to 2 and 5 on the season. Meanwhile, for Hapuuma Matata will mean that they end their first round robin with a losing record at 3 and 4. Let's hear from Team Strag. Wait, let's see also, by the way, who cashed out big. I always forget to do this, so...
Oh my god, so many people lost their channel points.
Oh man,
Feels
shit, I
bad,
forgot
man.
I forgot to look at the replays too. Whoops. Oh well. Here we go. So for Team Strag, let's see. Summary. Oh my goodness, Mr. Chunks, congratulations for putting in only a measly 3,000 channel points. You are now sitting with a total of 31,000 courtesy of those heavily skewed odds. 9-1 in favor of Hapuuma Matata. Meanwhile, Humble Donut also putting down 1,400, gonna come away with 14,000. Mayhem Game and Mayhem and 710 Space Invader as well. Huge payouts for everybody that bet on Team Strag here. 9 people in total. So congratulations to you guys. Maybe you can spend some of that newfound wealth on a question for the players that, you know, got you so many channel points. But okay, so I'm gonna pop into their team chat and see who, if not everybody, wants to get interviewed.
What do channel points do?
All right. What do you guys want to? How many of you want to come up? I feel like it's gonna be all of you, but I thought I should ask anyways.
Oh, it's gonna be me and Ryan.
Oh,
Okay.
us again? Okay.
Okay, so looks like we will get the same people that we had on the pregame. Gonna be Kevin and Ryan coming up here. There they are in short order. So congratulations to Team Strag coming up with another huge win here. Gonna make sure.
Strag.
Ryan, not
was
as
a good game.
not as not as hype. Maybe feeling it in his back a little bit after.
No, Kevin played well. Everyone played well on our team.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about that win.
No,
I'm very impressed. Like, you guys executed your comp like really well. Like I think everyone had an MVP moment in that game. So kudos to everyone on that team.
Thank you.
Yeah. So first question here is gonna go to Ryan though. A solid showing on this Jhin. Can you teach us what the key to success is on Jhin?
Oh my god. Honestly, I thought I played like shit.
Really?
Yeah. But you know what? Kevin did such a great job in lane. I'm really proud of him for picking up Zyra this last week. But he did really well. So it's really hard to fuck it up if he hits all his skill shots. So
yeah,
he finally did it. So we had a good game.
Homo hetero.
Indeed, the homo hetero bot lane coming up clutch. Meanwhile, for Kevin, we have not seen you on Zyra at all this tournament. I remember we were talking in Pick Band about they took away your Janna. We thought the next choice for you would have been that Zillion. So what inspired you to pick up Zyra this week?
I fucking made him do it.
Yeah, no. I really wanted to expand my champ pool, honestly, and I gotta give it up to my pretty girlies in the champ pool. I gotta stop playing, my usual Janna, Nami, Morg, and I wanted to bring a little more Leandries, give them a little burn, and I also want to. Yeah, I want to burn all these little hobags also who voted against us 9-1.
What the fuck was that?
Excuse me? You never bet against the Zyra ever again. I need everyone to look in front of their mirrors right now and think about your life choices. I'm talking to you, Calvin. 30K? I heard that. Don't try it. Not with my Zyra. Not tonight.
God. Wow. Yeah, indeed. 30K. That's crazy, actually. Calvin thought he had the safe bet, but this is the Do It Big Invitational. Anything can happen. Will mean that you guys end your first round robin on a very, very positive note. So my final question for you, Kevin, does this mean another wine bottle chugged on stream?
Oh, it has to be, dude. Go get that shit downstairs, Kevin. Come on.
Wait, hold on. Let me go find some alcohol really quick. I don't know if I have wine. I might have something. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you guys are in for a treat, courtesy of Kevin here. We will have him down this bottle of alcohol. I don't know what alcohol it will be. If any of you under 21 people are watching the stream, maybe take a bit of a bathroom break. I think it's going to be too mature content for you guys. But for everybody else, stay tuned for a very, very entertaining couple of minutes. Okay. By the way, don't go anywhere. We still have one more game for you guys tonight. We will see double JungleGap again, this time versus Support Diff. So will be interesting to see how that game shakes out. Double JungleGap now in position to end their round robin at 4-3 up against Support Diff. Actually, they have tied records, so 2 teams at 3-3. Will be interesting to see who comes out on top there. Okay, we're gonna wait for Kevin though. And meanwhile, while we wait for Kevin, Kevin, how did it feel watching that game?
This is me, Kevin. Now,
yes,
yeah, got you. Yeah, no, that game was really entertaining. I think that I was like very impressed with the homo hetero bot lane really stepping it up. I think that is the sole reason why you guys won that game, in my opinion. Taking the bot tower really early is what really snowballed it, and you guys really needed to snowball in order to win. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you played it like you played the comp exactly how you needed to, and outside of that, first blood, we're gonna ignore that,
Oh yeah,
I don't expect a level 3 roaming Galio. It's okay.
Trolling. I did not know Galio was anywhere on the map.
I don't blame you for that one, but
I was like, I don't know, Galio was jungling.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but yeah, the scholar schooling some kids this game. Very well played.
Yeah,
I'm glad this nickname's coming along. I like this homo hetero thing.
Yeah. Hey man, we got the memes going on throughout the season. We've got the storylines, second round robin too. Yes. Okay, I do hear a door opening and closing, and there we go. Okay, so the stream is live. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna put you up on full screen, and then now I'm going to switch, and boom. Okay, Kevin, I am streaming your beautiful face to all the viewers here.
Oh no! This is embarrassing.
He didn't put his makeup on, dude.
Huh?
I couldn't tell. Look at this man. Always ready to be on camera.
For the way. Hey, what's up, bitches? Welcome to my room. Newly court. I found this in my bag. I don't know. I was moving and then I was just like, why the fuck is there a what is this called? Corkscrew in my bag. But we got a lovely cashmere. I don't know. 2017. Shout out to all my I don't know.
Well, shout out to all of your viewers. So if you guys haven't done so already, please go to Kevin's Twitch channel at twitch.tv/kvntn. Damn, Kato, you don't even know how to spell your captain's Twitch.
I know, that's kind of embarrassing.
It's okay though. I got you. I got you with the plug, Kevin. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
all right, hit us with it.
All right, Team Strag, woo!
Go.
Chug.
Oh man, look at this man go.
That is impressive.
Chugging down wine like he chuggles down wins.
Oh, I was gonna say something else, dude.
Of course, dude. Only wins here. Yeah. For Kevin here and for Team Strag.
Keep it going, Kevin. You got it.
Oh my god. This man's face contorted in deep concentration, and there it is. Oh my goodness. Congratulations to Kevin.
God damn, Kevin, you're a beast.
Disgusting.
Oh my goodness. Sacrificing for his team.
Chase it down with some Kirkland signature organic seaweed,
Only
y'all.
Kirkland,
this is the snack right here.
It is the snack. Oh no.
I
Okay.
got water flow.
Oh, we appreciate the sacrifice, Kevin, that you make for both the stream and for your team. Who wouldn't want to play for this man?
Nobody! Come on! You can't. Ew, that was disgusting. Yeah, play for this. Oh god.
Oh no.
Do it big, bitches!
Okay. All right, we're gonna give. Yeah. All right, thank you, Kevin. We'll pan away now. Give you some time to cool down for a little bit. But thank you to Kevin for another very entertaining post-game interview. Congratulations to Team Strag, 2-5 on the season. On 2-5 on the season now, going to be coming back as strong as ever for that second round robin. But we are going to now turn our attention to the third game of the night between Support Diff and Double Jungle Gap. So I'm going to check in with both teams and see if we have a lobby made already. So be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hello, gamers. Hello. Are you guys ready?
Bao is helping his mom with something important real quick.
Okay. Okay.
But we can load up a lobby, but
Okay.
yeah, he's not back yet.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna check in with the other team as well. But
Okay.
Alright. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
This part, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Do you guys have a lobby made by any chance?
No, we
We
don't.
can make one right now.
Alright, let's do that.
Do we just make a custom thing, or do we have to get the tournament code from the Battlefield website?
Tournament code, please and thank you.
Alright, I'll get it.
Okay. Appreciate it. And then keep in mind who
Yeah.
else you want to send up for the pregame this time around.
Gotcha.
Okay. Damn, 710 Space Invader talking mad shit. This dude literally acting like he can chug. Shit was probably quarter bottle, if not less. I'm pretty sure we saw him open the bottle with the cork opener, so it looks like a fresh bottle to me. But, maybe we'll get you in the tournament, and then when your team wins, you can chug a bottle of Everclear on stream, and then we'll all bow down.
That was very impressive. I
think so too. As someone who just does not enjoy drinking wine, to drink that much wine in one sitting, damn.
Yeah, damn. That's I would never like. I don't even know if I could do that with just beer. That's impressive. Like
yeah. But you know what? We do it big over here at the Do It Big Invitational. So if you guys like what you see, oh damn. I'll cork a bottle right now? Shit. Say less, dude. Let's see it. Okay. Should get the lobby made shortly. There we go. Is this a tournament code? Yes, it is. Coolio. So actually, I'm just gonna invite all of there. Okay. So we're gonna get both teams loaded into the lobby very, very shortly. Thank you to Thunderfist for the follow. Thanks to everybody who's followed tonight. Richu, Leo the King, I'm Me, Weeby, 710 Space Invader, Comrade Tortellini. Thank you for tuning in to Season 2 of the Do It Big Invitational. For those of you that are completely new to the stream, this is a 10-week tournament that I had the pleasure of organizing and now casting. You are seeing 8 teams duke it out for the title of Do It Big Season 2 champions. We just have a community of friends here who all like to play way too much League of Legends, and so we figure we might as well turn it into entertainment for the general internet viewing. So That's what's going on right now. We are currently halfway through the middle of a 14-game regular season, which will determine the seeding for the playoffs. There will be a quarter, semi, and then final. You can catch all the games on this channel. I will always have the schedule for the upcoming week in my Twitch description so that you'll know when to tune in. We would really appreciate you guys coming out and supporting your favorite team, your favorite players. Come up with some memes, some Twitch chat, copy pastas for said players. The players love it. So yeah, and you can win some channel points and redeem them for some great rewards while you're at it. Okay, so looks like we have both teams in here now. A little bit of talk about pooping.
And peeing.
And peeing. Pee-pee poo-poo. Gonna be the name of the game thus far in the pregame chat, but we're gonna get away from that as we get into some pregame interviews. So, can we get some interviewees? Oh, whoa.
Hit him with the oh-whoa.
Hit him with the oh-whoa, dude. The oh-whoa works every time. Hello, Simone. Welcome back. I need Calvin too, though. Is Calvin here? Calvin is not, because there's someone wanted to ask him a question, so I'm gonna get Calvin.
Sure.
Oh, okay, and it looks like meanwhile okay, so we have Bao representing support Diff. All right, so Bao, aka Bao Bao's, representing support Diff on the blue side. First question will go to you. You guys are facing a new look double jungle gap. Both of your records evened up at 3-3 thus far. How are you guys going to come away with the win and ensure that you are ahead of them in the standings at the end of this first round robin?
So we have a really great strategy where we're going to win the game in 20 minutes so we can go play the new Genshin Impact event.
Oh,
that's dog, dude.
Nice. Yeah, the new event is out. It's like that tower defense thingamabob, right? Who's your?
Yeah, I'm so hyped for it, dude.
Bao, who's your Genshin Impact waifu?
It's gonna be. I'm gonna make it the new girl, the Toho or
Hotao,
whatever her name is.
I see.
Yeah, dude.
Gotcha.
She looking nice.
Shit, looking nice. Okay. As we also, approach the end of the first round robin. Give us your insight on what it's like being on a team with 5 support mains.
Just normal.
Just normal?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought there might be something interesting about, 5 support mains having to play non-supports. But, okay. With that then, I'm going to now pass the mic over to Simone, representing Double Jungle Gap. You guys came away with the win earlier against Don't Worry We Scale. We saw a huge Annie game coming out from you. So, what tricks do you guys have up your sleeves for support Diff?
I don't want to mention it because I think all my tricks are bad. So I just play whatever's given to me and I try to play my best. So, yeah. Okay. Calvin could probably talk better about that.
Hey, catch you mid lane, Arena Thunder.
Oh,
are you actually going mid lane?
Who knows?
I mean,
a little bit of leaking strats. Okay.
That's fine. That's fine if you want to come mid lane. We'll just chill and farm.
Okay. So some banter coming out here. Meanwhile, one question here gonna also go over to the captain of Double Jungle Gap, but it's not the question that you're expecting. It's actually a question from the audience. Your own top laner asks, how does it feel?
This is the question I'm expecting, motherfucker. I'm crying right now, man. I look in the mirror for a solid 30 seconds.
Hold on. Let me make sure that the audience knows what exactly you're balding about. God damn. So Daddy No Chill, aka the top laner here of Double Jungle Gap, asks his captain to please give us an insight on how it feels to lose 30,000 channel points. Now go ahead. Now go ahead. Now go ahead.
It feels like it just feels like I got let down, man. I talked to Hapuuma earlier before he started this game. I'm like, listen, bro, like you know, we face each other, but like in the end, I'm still voting for you. Okay, I'm betting 30 fucking K. Okay, so you better fucking win. This guy fucking loses. I got 30 channel. Oh my god, dude, I can't. Oh my god, it's so sad. I spent so much time getting those channel points.
At least you get arbitrary game points and not real money. Think if you've lost $30,000, that'd be really, really bad.
True. Okay, well, maybe a bit of mental boom by the captain of Double Jungle Gap. Let's see how it affects their performance on the Rift. Thank you to our pre-game interviewees. I'll let you guys go back to your respective teams. Good luck to you both.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh my goodness. So there is that Zoomer energy coming out from 16-year-old XX Pelvis Pablo XX, who has no concept of money yet. So
no.
Obviously,
Well,
can be very sad about the channel.
Good that he's learning young before he goes to a casino and loses it all.
Exactly. Maybe stay away from Vegas, Calvin. Stay away from those sport books. Okay, both teams are ready, which will mean that we're going to jump into Champion Select. Okay, so let's see. When's the last time we saw support Diff? We saw them on Sunday pick up a win against Team Strag. Just a brief overview for you, Kevin. This is a team of 5 supports. At least when they registered, they all registered as support mains. Captain Sawina here, though, didn't mind one bit, ended up drafting a full support comp. But in terms of role distribution, we will have Ine here in the jungle. Bows and Sawina swap back and forth between mid and top. Sawina's gone mid more times than she's gone top. And then we have Bot Maiku in the AD role, supported by Yifan.
Interesting. I'm very see, the good thing about support mains is that, you know, everyone's so positive, everyone's so nice. I'm sure their team comms are
a joy.
They're all very friendly with each other. Yeah.
Is that true? All supports are pretty positive. No toxic supports in NA solo queue.
Well, sometimes I'm a little toxic. My AD carry sucks. But you know what? It's okay. I believe in them.
And
I'm already rooting for them. What a great backstory.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple of interesting bans here coming out will mean that we see a Wukong as the first pick here in the hand of Bows. This is a champion that we saw more or less 1v9 the game in Support Diff's season debut before being banned away in every single game since. But
oh wow,
Double Jungle Gap either doing their homework and being comfortable with the Wukong, or not doing their homework and forgetting about Wukong, are gonna let this pick through. Gonna be Swain and Vlad banned. That Swain is targeted at Bop. The Vlad is also targeted at Bao. Seraphine here, I don't really see a Seraphine player on Support Diff's team, but that champion is just so busted.
Yeah, Seraphine is just so strong. I don't even think I'm mad. You could be a potato and you could just do so much of Seraphine because her damage outfit is just ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
I'm okay with banning it.
Yeah, and the CC as well, especially, you know, in a little bit of a lower elo environment like this, gonna be really hard to dodge and play around. So good ban away here. As it stands, Hecarim and Ashe going to be picked up here by Double Jungle Gap. So X's Pelvis Pablo does get that preferred Hecarim. And Ashe going to be picked up here by Simple Actions.
Oh man, I'm already getting PTSD from last game. It's a Hecarim and Ashe. Did they pick Lulu? Oh man.
Oh yeah, indeed. I don't think that, you know, Northwest here is an avid fan of the Lulu. So we will see if I see what they decide to go with here.
Wow, man, I like the aggressive start from blue side so far. You know, Wukong, Sejuani, Leona, all very solid engages. Even Hecarim, or even Hecarim Ashe not also engaging. it's gonna be some action-packed games and fights. I like it.
Yeah. Okay, we also have a question from 710 Space Invader that Kodal5 is trying to answer. So yeah, we did season 1 in December. I threw it together in about a week. We did it in about a week and a half, and then we're like, oh, this is a lot of fun. So we set this one up over the course of about 3 weeks. Got 40 players, set up a schedule and everything. And so, seems like we have a positive reception thus far. So season 3 is almost definitely gonna be a thing. So no details yet, but in general, if you want in, let me know. Everyone in this tournament is either a friend or a friend of a friend. We want to make sure that we're only getting the highest quality players here for the Do It Big Invitational.
You gotta be gold.
And no, actually, no, you don't. You don't have to be. Yeah, but we do have a soft floor of about silver 1. So if you're a little bit below that, you're more than welcome to join the community, get some games in. Maybe you're actually just a bronze 5 Smurf. But in general, the average skill level here is around mid gold. We have a few plats, a few low diamonds as well. So try to keep it as balanced as possible. One moment here. I'm gonna set up the bet. And as I do, one big thing about this tournament is we have 8 captains draft from a pool of players. So there's no guarantee that you'll be on the same team as anybody else. Unless, of course, you are captain material. But we want to encourage people to get to know new people, get to become teammates with people that they had previously been unfamiliar with, as opposed to just rolling up with your 5 stack and duking out with another 5 stack. Okay, so gonna get this bet set up very, very soon. And there we go. Okay, so the final prediction of the night is live, ladies and gentlemen, between Support Diff on blue side and Double JungleGap on red side. Put up your bets. Let's see how skewed or not skewed this one is. Both teams sitting at 3-3 should mean this is a pretty balanced contest.
Ooh.
But also, anything can happen. We saw the 9-1 favorites go down in the last game. Team Strag making a few people very, very happy. So we'll see.
Garen.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so we haven't had a chance to really talk about the picks yet. So when we take a look at these comps, Kevin, who do you like? Which comp do you like?
It's interesting. They have a Morg mid, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's see. Wukong top, Sejuani. Nico's also an interesting pick too. I haven't seen Nico in a while, but I think that she's niche. She has its uses too.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Like once again, we're kind of back to the same thing in the last series of games where I think the red side team is easier to execute.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that blue side. I think that if we're kind of back, a blue side gets ahead, they just steamroll them. Because I think if Wukong gets ahead, he just I don't think there's anyone on red side that can fight the Wukong.
Right.
And the Wukong Sejuani top lane is much stronger than them.
Hapuuma Garen?
Yeah, I think so. And mid lane is probably going to be neutral. Bot lane is Vayne Leona versus Ashe. That's about even, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I will say. I'm gonna go opposite here. I'm gonna go blue side. I believe in the Wukong.
Okay.
I think Wukong has I'm gonna believe in this Wukong player because I don't think Garen honestly does that much. I think that as much as I would like Garen to do well, I feel I don't think it's that great of a counter pick to Wukong. Because you have to really steamroll ahead, and I think that if Sejuani just stays top, I don't think the Garrett's gonna get ahead.
Yeah,
that's my reasoning. And as soon as I say that, looks like blue side just gets a hefty amount of points.
Yeah,
so-
maybe this is a little bit of caster bias here. At the moment of me asking you which comp you liked, it was 40-60 in favor of double jungle gap, but now that's swung back in favor of support diff. Although it is still very evenly contested, and a couple of big bettors on both sides here. Mr. Chunks, the winner of 30,000 points from the last bet, favoring support diff here. Meanwhile, for Jeff Pog player, who has been a solid investor throughout the entire season, going to be leading the charge here for double jungle gap. So we still have about a minute and a half here for the viewers to put their money down.
Oh man, I'd be really curious to see what people will say. I think this is very even. Like it's really hard. I think that like both teams being like about the same record, T-Comps being relatively even. Like it's really hard to say. I feel like you got to go with the vibes.
Yeah. Okay, so Kevin 0-1 on the caster predictions so far. We'll see if he can even his record at 1-1. As we round into the last minute of spectator delay. I'm curious with this bot lane matchup, support of Leona versus Nautilus, what that matchup is going to be like.
I think that's actually slightly Leona favored, just because if Nautilus is engaging on Leona and Leona sees it and can press W in time, Leona takes pretty minimal damage, and then Leona can just strike right back with stuns of her own.
Right.
So, in respect to just supports, I think Leona's slightly favored over Nautilus. But Vayne versus Ashe is obviously favored till level 6, one tank and 1v1. But I think that I'm gonna go with my guess that in gold, I don't think there's gonna be that much I think that Ashe isn't gonna be able to snowball that hard against Vayne, and I think that eventually Vayne's gonna be strong enough to take out most people on team, especially with a mid Morgana.
Yeah, the Black Shield.
That Black Shield is going to be huge, and so I am putting a lot of faith in. I got to support my support brethren. I believe in them.
Yeah. So support player favoring support diff. Let's see if it comes to pass. Both teams at 3-3 as we load into the final game of the night. The final game of the first round robin here in season 2 of the Do It Big Invitational. After this, each team will have a solid week, about a week and a half break here to kind of collect their thoughts and maybe come up with some new strategies as well for the second half of the season. Don't worry though, for the viewers, we will definitely try to have some activities planned to, throughout the break to make sure that you guys still remember that we're around.
Oh man, I really want to see Blue Team invade. They got the right team comp for it. They got Morgana, they got Leona. Ooh, see if this happens.
So there is that invade coming out here. This is kind of a weird path. It doesn't matter. Okay, so going to be a huge 5-man bot lane invade coming out from support diff. Let's see if they spot the Nautilus here. They do, but Nautilus is going to be able to not dodge the bind, actually. Not going to be a flash in from the hook shot. Not going to land onto the wall either. Will mean first blood gets handed over to the Morgana. So nice invade there coming out. You called it, Kevin. Going to mean first blood handed over to Sawina on the Morgana. That's fun to say. So a good early game start here. Actually, though, choosing not to recall can definitely still have the opportunity to recall and shop with her 400 gold.
Yeah, I would have done that too. That basically means that Morgana isn't really ahead in lane because of that. So yeah, pretty basic mistake that I think a lot of people make is that when they have a lot of money, they don't really recall with it. You got to spend your money, or else you're not actually ahead, even if you got a kill.
Yeah.
But great thinking from Blue side though. I think that's exactly what you needed to do. They had the right team comp for it. They didn't expect it. I always say invade in every game I play because there's no reason not to. Gotta go for that Clown Fiesta, and if you get summoner spells down or anything like that, pretty nice lead.
Yep, indeed. Summoner wise, Leona did flash in there, and the ignite was expended. No, actually, no ignite was expended. I take that back. So, wait, these organization, I'm trolling. There we go. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I mean, even Leona being down a flash is not even that bad.
Right,
like,
right.
Yeah, like I think that like Leona doesn't even need her flash like early on. Like,
Hold on, Leona now gonna get hooked in by the level 2 Nautilus. Ashen really not in position to follow up, however, will get one volley over the top. So good trade here in favor of double jungle gap.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. Like, Leona didn't have her W here, but like, she can go for a really easy Q, proc Aftershock, and that's gonna negate a ton of the damage. So yeah, like, Leona, like, honestly being a pretty nice matchup against this Nautilus.
Yeah, speaking of matchups, so we look at the top lane. Wukong with a huge slow push here into Garen. So Garen is going to have to pick these up under tower. Meanwhile, Sejuani actually queued the clone there. I don't think expected the Nico clone to block the charge there. Meant that gank mid going to come to nothing. But Sejuani potentially looping around here.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you went for a repeat. No, just looking for Scuttle. I think that's correct.
Yeah. Hecarim here should be able to pick up the Gromp and challenge Sejuani for the Scuttle. Hecarim will be level 4 as well. So, yeah, with bot lane priority... Oh, no! Oh, never mind. I take it all back. I take it all back. The Hecarim did not kill the Gromp at all. Oh, that is tragic. So...
Unfortunate.
No, misplay here coming out from XX Pelvis Pablo XX. Zoomer Fingers not zoomer enough to smite the Gromp away. Meant that Gromp ate the smite and then reset as well. A huge tempo loss will mean that Sejuani is going to be able to double crab Hecarim. Not a Frizu here too often.
Yeah, that's pretty huge for Sejuani. Like, Hecarim really needs to, like, clear really fast against Sejuani to get the tempo advantage. But this is looking really good for blue side. Having both Scuttles is going to make it really hard to wreck from the gank. Damn. Unlucky, as everyone would say.
Unlucky. Indeed. So maybe time to hit the practice tool if you are Hecarim. I wonder if they made the call that Sejuani was in river and then he was stuck in two minds there about whether to leave or whether to kite out that camp just a little bit more.
I think that is what happened, because I think I saw like Nico and like Ash slowly trying to converge, but I think they were a little too late. I think that they didn't realize that Sejuani was there so early, like right when Scuttle spawned. So they had the right idea, they just had a bad execution. But it's the thought that counts. I respect that.
Yeah, okay. As this stands here, will mean that support diff on top of their first blood gold are going to be a... Oh, hold on. Engage here from the Leona onto the Ash here. Now see how much damage gets done here. Leona's so tanky, as you mentioned, Kevin. Actually, the engage on Nas is going to be the call. So Leona going to flash in for one more auto, able to pick up the Nautilus. Now 0-2 and 0. Doesn't have the Leona W for the increased resist, which will mean those autos end up doing a ton of work here.
Yeah, support diff. I mean, what can I say? Yeah, like Leona's just way better at Nautilus in these long-term fights. Like Leona's like the queen of long-term fights. So yeah, well played by support diff.
Indeed, and all of a sudden that title of Best Leona NA being called into question here after that challenge being issued by the Northwest following that first game of the night.
Okay, wait. I'm tilted by this Leona already. She has 2 points in Q. I'm actually tilted.
It's supposed to be W, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be W. You max Q last. Like max Q doesn't do anything. So I'm already tilted. This Leona does not get. Oh my god, 3 points. I have a headache.
Oh no, Kevin, it's okay. Oh, hold on, gonna be a solo kill though. Meanwhile, for Wukong in the top lane. But in the top lane there, Garen overstaying will mean Wukong is able to pick up a solo kill as well. So maybe that 20-minute game that Bao called for is on the cards here if you are support diff. Now going to be a conclusive lead in the top lane as well for the Wukong. Garen going to be forced to teleport back up here to try to catch this wave. Yeah, well, in the mid lane, though, this is Sejuani going to eat the Pop Blossom from the Nico. See, the second rotation here is going to be able to find some more damage. Where the auto's coming to the Pop Blossom. Oh, no.
So close.
Oh, so Nico almost able to find a kill there on the Sejuani. Actually wasn't autoing there for some reason. I think the triple auto passive from Nico would have done just as much as that Q would have.
Yeah, I think Nico misplayed a little bit. It was very, very close, so like I don't blame her. Like, it's okay. It happens.
Yeah.
Would have been a really nice pickup, but at least red team secured a dragon. They had the prio. Not bad. Like, Down 3 kills, but 1 dragon. Reasonable.
Ooh, risky recall here if you are Hecarim, by the way. Gonna walk into oh, but now though, the Sejuani gonna okay. So Sejuani gonna find Hecarim, but it's actually Hecarim that finds Sejuani. It turns out to be a bait all along. Hecarim, fresh off of level 6, stealing away the Raptor camp, going to just pick up the freest pork of his life. Oh, and we have some leg. Okay, so have some lag coming out from maybe both teams here. Looks like the Wukong, the Vayne disconnected as well. Maybe the mid lane of Double Jungle Gap disconnecting, but benefit of tournament draft, we can pause the game.
Yep, nice. Yeah, I mean, Wukong is getting slowly ahead. That's what I'm saying. Like if they don't focus any ganks top, Wukong's gonna slowly win this lane, and then Wukong's gonna be a huge problem. Garen is not gonna be doing anything. So, you know, prophecy already getting slightly fulfilled.
Yes, indeed.
With the prediction. Yeah, I mean, I think the good thing about Red Side though is that, you know, Hecarim getting that kill there is really big. He's a level up in Sejuani. You know, if he goes for a gank right now and tries to gank like bot lane or like any lane really, like I think that, you know, Red Team definitely has some potential to come back in this game.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. If Nautilus can find a hook, there's just so much CC available on the side of Double Jungle Gap to lock down a Vayne or even a Leona. But meanwhile, if you are support diff, you have this Wukong sitting pretty. Would be good to see Sejuani potentially pay another visit to Garen and definitively snowball this lane in favor of Wukong. Wukong with the clone plus the auto attack reset going to mean a nearly instant proc of that Sejuani passive stun. So Sejuani has good gank set up there as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely would like to see Sejuani like make their way up top right now. I mean, Rift's gonna spawn at 8 minutes. He can get a gank off. Garen immediately go take Rift Herald right afterwards. Like, I think that would be a very solid plan from Blue if they were to execute that.
Yeah. It'll be interesting here to see what the game plan is for Hecarim as well. Basically using his ultimate as soon as he gets it. So obviously gank's far less potent without that ultimate, so we'll see if he decides to use this time to farm or if he can try to take advantage of just some overextended lanes. If the lane is overextended, the Hecarim knockback still will be more than enough to secure a kill.
Yeah, I mean, Hecarim has all his camps up. He should probably power clear and then gank bot. That's what I would do if I were him.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I mean, Ashe is at 6 now. It's honestly really good timing. Or cover for mid, because Nico's super low. This Morgana is good, like, push against lane for
Vayne and Leona potentially going to roam up mid here. Going to be a 4-man gank here, but Nico with the 6th sense able to stealth out just in time. That was a Wukong encroaching as well.
Yeah, very nice map awareness from the Nico. Like, seeing that Wukong is missing, Vayne, Leona was missing too. There's only one place they could be. So, made the correct decision to back off. Nice job.
Let's see if Hecarim is able to double camp the second time around here. Looks to not have an issue. Killing both the Gromp and the blue buff at around the same time. And does have that Onslaught of Shadows available very, very soon, along with good ward control in the bot lane river. So, with Ashe and Nautilus thinking level 6, just immense amounts of crowd control available for a potential gank.
Yeah, and Hecarim is chilling here. I don't know is he just walking up to push?
Yeah, I guess so. Hecarim is just going to walk menacingly towards this bot lane of supportive. Going to be a hook landing onto Vayne. Now, no.
That's miscommunication.
Yeah, so the hook landing way too close to tower. Perhaps Nautilus not communicating that this was just for poke. Will mean that the Enchanted Crystal Arrow gets expended there for no real benefit, and that will give Sejuani all the clearance she needs to pick up this top crab. If you're Hecarim there, you're really confused about what that call is.
Yeah, that was not good. Now, like, Hecarim can't do anything for bot now until Ashe ults up, so he might as well just pass top. You're thinking the correct path too. I think they know Sejuani's planning something, but the Sejuani's really low. I don't
Yeah,
like this
Sejuani
at
is
all.
about half HP. The judgment from the Garen. Okay, now going to be a Hecarim in position for a counter. They should be a very big dead Hecarim, but actually, okay, there it is. Going to be a flash judgment from the Garen to pick up the Sejuani, and now the Wukong going to try to go in and try to pick up a return kill. Cyclone not going to land, actually. Will mean the Hecarim is going to be able to spin his way towards the Wukong as well, but now the teleport coming in from the Morgana should mean a retreat call for double jungle gap, and Hecarim actually needs to be very, very careful. Almost went down there. We'll start back up on the Krugs with the Omnivamp from the jungle item plus the Smite. Should be able to heal back up to respectable levels. I wonder if they're going to try to go back in for this Wukong Morgana duo. Nico can tend to just push in the mid lane, but all in all, a win for double jungle gap, able to protect against a full Rift Herald take, and also able to pick up a kill on the Sejuani. And now Sejuani, oh no, Sejuani now going to go mid, eat another Pop Blossom. Actually doing a good job of just eating these Nico cooldowns. I get confident in her tankiness.
Yeah, I mean, Sejuani's falling pretty far behind though. Like now 3 levels behind the Hecarim. She really needs to start clearing. I mean,
yeah,
that was also some pretty questionable Rift Herald usage. I would have just focused down the Garen first, and then after you get a kill, you can Rift. Once you know you can get lots of plates, but no, it's okay. It's okay. Good TP from Morgana to salvage the fight, because she didn't do that. I think Wukong is going to die too, and I think Wukong not dying is way more important.
Yeah.
Looks like Dragon's going to get started pretty soon. Looks like Red's taking control.
Wukong is here, but does not have that Cyclone available for the next 30 seconds. I wonder if Double Jungle Gap are aware of that. There's no way Wukong Ultimate is available at this stage in the game, given how recent that top lane fight was. But this early roam from the Wukong will translate to support Diff getting the first pressure and clearing out vision here on the Cloud Dragon.
Yeah, and the thing is, Wukong also has Gore Drinker, so he has a huge spike right now. So I think it is correct just to back off. Let Garen push top, you know. He got, like, I think 2 plays from that and, like, a pretty fat wave of experience. I think that was honestly pretty worth.
Yeah. Gonna mean the Dragons are leveled up here at 1-1 as we prepare for a Mountain Soul game. So I think, yeah, it is the right call, as you said, Kevin, from Double Jungle Gap. They are not going to be facing a Soul win condition, as they did pick up the first Dragon of the game. Just going to give Garen some time to get back into this game. And actually, I feel like this top lane is a bit on a knife's edge here. If either jungler shows up in time for a potential 1v1, can heavily skew this lane in favor of their top laner. And there is the potential fight breaking out here. Hecarim right now still counter jungling away the Grompa Sejuani. Going to be increasing that jungle lead, which if you look is absolutely massive right now. Almost at 40 CS on the Sejuani. And now going to be looking for a top gank.
Yep. Here we go.
And here we go. So decoy is still available though. No, where is it? And now Cyclone going to be used here. Actually going to try to get a return kill. It will be a 1-for-1. And there is that Warrior Trickster going to be used. But Hecarim will go down, or Wukong will go down to the Hecarim, excuse me. There is a Morgana here to try to pick something up. And in the meantime, Nico is just not moving from the mid lane. I don't know if this is the play, but as it stands... Oh, now going to try to find a Morgana here. Bind not going to land. Black Shield going to be popped immediately, but the bind will land onto Nico, which will mean no more aggression. Meanwhile, Sejuani now going to take this advantage to go towards bot lane, try to get some damage down, and Nautilus and Ashe going to be forced to back away from this turret. Now that there is a... Oh, the hook not going to land. Oh, and the Ashe are going to split the difference. The Nautilus ulti does land onto the Vayne, but no hook available will mean that the Garen teleport is more or less wasted if you are Double Jungle Gap. Quite unfortunate.
I don't want to flame. That was a terrible Ashel. I think if you're Ashe, you could just wait like 3 seconds, let the Nautilus ult hit, and then you could fire off a guaranteed arrow.
Hold on, though. Garen going to gank Morgana mid here, and actually going to be a huge Sejuani ultimate over the top to prevent any more damage. Actually going to be Nico that ends up getting the worst of that trade. So good counter gank coming in from Sejuani will mean that support Diff ends up turning around what looked to be a decent engage onto Morgana. But Morgana with that crucial stopwatch plus the Black Shield able to resist enough damage and buy time for the Sejuani to come in there.
Yeah, that's the power of mid Morgana with the Black Shield. Her Black Shield is way stronger than the average Black Shield from a support Morgana. And so she's going to be so hard to kill. You know, she got Leandry done. She's working on Zanya's next. Like, she's going to be a pretty big problem.
Indeed.
Really, I actually really like the pick, especially when you have like Vayne and Wukong as your hyper carries. Like, oh.
Oh no, okay, so we have a little bit more lag coming out from the Wukong here. which is going to make Garen feel a little bit sad, given that he is losing lane to an ostensibly lagging Wukong. Monkey player. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this Wukong's... Yeah, he's gonna start being a problem soon. I mean, Garen did finish his, Strike. I'll be honest, I have, like, never seen Stridebreaker. I think I've seen it, like, once. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I barely see people build this. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't seen a Garen in forever. But, yeah, that's interesting. I guess it does make sense. You get some movement speed. That's not bad. Yeah, okay. I respect that.
Yeah, we've seen Stridebreaker being built on a lot of top lane champions in this tournament. I think Gnar, we've seen Stridebreaker Gnar, we've seen Stridebreaker Fiora. Yeah. I don't do the Fiora one, but
yeah, maybe with Garen, I guess it can work. I don't know. I feel like there's probably better items you can get, like on. But you probably want more tank items than like damage items on Garen.
Yeah,
What do I know?
Yeah, I'm not a top lane main either. I feel like all the Zoomers really like Stridebreaker. For some reason, it just completely escapes me. Rather than just like not dying with Gore Drinker, they just like I want to have just one more extra dash for the montage.
Yeah, I mean they get to move really fast. They're zooming.
Yeah, exactly. I know Stridebreaker is meta for Garen. I'm just saying, like in general, like Kalman just loves this item on anybody and everybody. Loves it on Udyr, even though Chemtank does the exact same thing. But with
that's what
stats.
I'm thinking. Like Chemtech is like basically the same thing, but it gives you a lot more tank stats. I just don't think you need damage on Garen, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen too many Garens, but of the Garens that I see that are slightly effective, I think they all just go full tank and then just become unkillable. But
I see.
Maybe he can prove me wrong. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for the ping to settle here for Bao. And as we look around here for Double Jungle Gap, they're way back into this game, so they have an absolutely massive Hecarim. If you look at the CS differential, actually highest in the game at 139.
He's power farming. Like this Hecarim is a big problem actually. Like I think Hecarim can. It depends. Like I think if Morgana can react fast enough with a Vayne shield, with a shield on the Vayne, then I think Hecarim's gonna have a pretty hard time killing the Vayne. But
yeah.
Right now, like he is like the strongest player in the map. I really want to see him just start like walking up to different lanes, just pressuring, especially aggressively invading the Sejuani, because Sejuani is so weak right now. And if all your solo lanes are just shoving in and pressuring too, and Hecarim's gonna get the 1v1, like I think Red Team has a way of coming back in this game. So
yeah, I think a bot lane gank would pay absolute dividends as well. Even with Vayne, with the invisibility, even with the flash, I think Hecarim is more than mobile enough to follow her around. But yeah, we haven't seen Hecarim go bot in a meaningful way yet. If you'll remember, he went down bot, showed in lane, and then there's that hook into a Ash arrow right in front of the turret that Hecarim was not down for.
Yeah, and he did finish his item, Divine Thunder. Excellent item on Hecarim. It's gonna extremely boost his damage output. Yeah, and like he is for sure the strongest person, without a doubt. I honestly like he should be playing pretty greedy this game, because I think Garen's kind of lost his window of being super like able to carry. I think that more money should be funneled into Hecarim instead, and that's why I kind of think that Garen should be going more of a tank build, because I don't think Garen should be the DPS on this team comp specifically. I think it needs to be the Hecarim if Red wants a team chance to win. So
all right. Apparently, by the way, if you guys are quick with the screenshots, a couple of people just freely handing out their phone numbers on stream here in the all chat.
I mean, just give us social security next. Come on, what are you waiting for?
Exactly. So if you feel like sliding into Daddy No Chill's DMs, holla at your boy. He's on the East Coast. That's all I'm gonna say. He's also in high school though, so gotta keep an eye on those Romeo and Juliet laws or whatever they're called. Okay. Anyways. Hopefully we're gonna get back into the game very, very quickly, but I don't know if that's gonna be the case.
Do you have any tournament rules on how long people can be paused for?
No, we haven't, but tournament client only allows you to pause for a total of 30 minutes. So at that point, if the timer expires, unfortunately, we may just have to play with a laggy Wukong.
Yeah, I've played in tournaments where there's like a 10-minute window or something, a 10-minute period where you can pause, and like there are people who like literally like have like, you know, they got like the rule book with them, and like they're timing like literally the instant you pause, and they're just like, yeah, we're not waiting, we're gonna immediately start even if you have like a disconnected player. Like it's terrible if you play in other online tournaments. But I'm glad that this tournament is a nice community of people where, you know, everyone gets along. It's nice to see that.
Yeah, in general, you know, because these are games between friends and friends of friends. We try to be as accommodating as possible. You know, if someone, you know, their internet goes out for the day, try to reschedule the game rather than force like a DQ or something like that. But okay. All right, we are back into the game, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to potentially see a top lane dive coming out here. Garen going to try to wait for... Oh my god, the Judgment going to do so much work here. But no, now going to move Kong. Oh, good night. So, yeah, this Garen not having a good time right now. That Stride Breaker not going to do too much for him in terms of tank stuff. Ooh, Wukong needs to be careful here. Okay, did not have the minion wave there to take down this top tier 1 turret. But yeah, this Wukong going to be snowballing. We're getting a reminder here for the rest of the teams watching why Wukong has been a permaban against Bao, bar the first game of the tournament.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying before. Like, once Garen falls behind in this matchup, like, Stridebreaker isn't going to do anything for you. Like, I felt like Chemtech was, like, the much safer route. Like, and you can at least, like, clear ways because you get the Sunfire component, too. And, like, you know, like, I think that if he was ahead, I would think Stridebreaker's fine. But, yeah, like, I think this Garen's going to be super useless now. Like, Wukong just got so much out of that gank from Sejuani. So, nice, well played by Sejuani to make the right call there.
Yeah, we talked about this. Whichever jungler can better impact this top lane is going to have a significant advantage in this game. And you have to give the teamfight advantage now to support Div, courtesy of this 3-1-1 Wukong. Going to be, with a Stride Breaker, having a ton of effective HP that support Div has to burn through. And the Cyclone is going to provide a ton of pressure onto the backline of Double Jungle Gap as well.
Yeah, and you can see now Wukong's moving around the map. Hecarim is silently taking the rift. Nice play by him to secure that.
Okay, Wukong going to go aggressive onto the Hecarim, though. There is a Garen in tow. Oh, no, what was that? The onslaught of shadows onto a completely invisible Wukong meant that was a shot in the dark. It is also going to mean that was a massive cooldown. Oh, hold on. Nal's going to be found out here, going to be condemned back. Actually going to be the Insect, courtesy of Vayne, but now Nautilus with some swift moves going to flash to the right side of the blast cone over the wall to make sure that he does not go down there. But will mean, however, the second dragon of the game for Supportive should be picked up in short order.
Yeah, I mean, nice play for Nautilus to get out of that situation, but, you know, with the Hecarim ult down, they're just going to give up another free dragon. Not a great play from Red side. That was such an ambitious Hecarim ult. I would have been...
Yeah.
I'd have been so shocked if that landed. And I think even if it landed, I don't know if they would have been able to kill him. I feel like everyone was going to collapse on them. Like, it just seemed like a pretty bad fight.
Yeah, Wukong also had both charges of his ultimate available as well to buy time for himself. So he can just hold on, now going to be engaged mid here. Pop also going to come out, but the Black Shield not going to be popped. Yeah. And now this Nautilus will be dead. Flashless, Sulfur over the top. The binding landing on the Nico as well will mean Nico goes down too. Enchanted Crystal Arrow will be able to stun up Sejuani, but Sejuani did not have tower aggro. So, 2 huge pickups in the mid lane here for support Diff. We'll give them this mid-tier 1. Meanwhile, Garen, though, doing a good job of providing some split push pressure. Actually got a Stride Breaker on top of the Vayne, who already used Condemn. Let's see if the damage is available. Gonna flash over the wall now. Vayne gonna follow flash and be able to pick that one up. And still 4 members here for support Diff in the mid lane. Hecarim in the bot lane with the Rift Herald is gonna pick up a relatively inconsequential bot tier 1, but this mid-tier 2... Oh, and now Ashe gonna be forced to flash away from the Wukong. Wukong going to kite out that mid-tier 2 turret. So much pressure being applied here by support Diff.
Yeah, honestly, really well played.
Wait, no, Sejuani.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, the heck hook is going to land from the Nautilus. Ignite goes down to Sejuani as well. A couple more autos from the Ashe. It looks like Leona going to be the sacrifice here. Going to pay for her jungler's sins. And actually, though, there's a Hecarim over the top as well. Let's see if he's going to find kills onto Wukong and Morgana. Looks like not confident enough in his damage just yet. Does not have the Sterix gauge for the increased tankiness. Will mean that ends up being 2 kills picked up here for double jungle gap.
Wow. I mean, really nice call from support Diff to just push 2 tiers mid because Hecarim was bot pushing. And so I think they had the information to just go for the tier 2. They knew no one's going to be there. They just won the fight. Like, I actually don't think a lot of people, and even like Diamond, would have made that call. So honestly, really well played by them to take
Hold
that.
on. Teleport coming in here from the Morgana. I don't know about that one. Okay, so going to be a backup call made by double jungle gap, and look at this Hecarim, literally on 10 CS a minute. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's a strong boy. Like, damn, 700 gold bounty too. Like, he is such a big problem.
Firmly the gold leader in this game, sitting at 9.2k. The leader for support diff only at 7.4. Means that if Hecarim with this new Asterix gauge that's about to pick up shortly gets into these team fights and is not effectively CC'd, gonna absolutely run rampant over support diff.
Yeah, like, you know, even the like the gold lead is honestly like, wow, I can't believe it's red favored. That's crazy. And the Hecarim is the only reason why it's red favored right now.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, like first death of Hecarim is gonna be that gold slide. Like,
hold on, engage here onto Nico. Good Sejuani ultimate over the top. Will mean Nico with even with the pop blossom does not get that shield just yet. Now going to be 5 people in the mid lane here. Now going to go in onto the Ashe as well. No flash, remember, Soul Flare over the top. Wukong going very, very low. The one more auto from the Hecarim. Why is Hecarim autoing the Sejuani of all people? And now this Hecarim going to be soloed out by the Vayne. And this Hecarim, despite farming for the entire game, is actually going to be on the end of a quadra kill for Vayne. Garen is in the bot lane here. Did have teleport, elected not to use it. But we'll see how far support diff decides to go here. Should not be able to go any further than this, which will mean that Garen is actually able to trade an inhibitor back here. Or an inhibitor turret, excuse me. Not an inhibitor just yet. Let's see how far.
I don't think actually.
I don't think so either. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, turret's okay though. I think that's an okay trade, but I'm really shocked that Garen didn't TP. That's, I mean, maybe they knew they were gonna lose. I'm not sure, but like, I think that he might have been able to make a difference if he could just get people off of the Hecarim, because the Hecarim got focused so hard in that fight. Like, I think they expended every ult on Hecarim there. Like, and he finally went down.
They needed every single ult as well. Oh no, Garen now going to be found out by the Vayne. This will be a dead Garen. Leona with a good Zenith play will be able to lock this one up for the Vayne. Vayne all of a sudden sitting at 5-0 and 3. Actually, no, it's going to be the Leona that picks it up courtesy of Ignite. But regardless, this Vayne at 5-0 and 3, all of a sudden sitting on both a Kraken Slayer and a Blade of the Ruined King, gonna be pretty happy about taking on the challenge of killing this Hecarim.
Yeah, this Vayne is so strong. Getting that quadra kill, like, oh man, like this Vayne's gonna be such a big problem now. Like, the only way blue team wins is if their Wukong and their Vayne, their main 2 carries of DPS, get ahead. So, you know, this is what's happening. The prophecy.
Hold on. Nico welcome potentially found out by Sejuani again. No Glacial Prison used just yet. The pop loss is going to actually lock her in place for Sejuani ultimate, but the backup is a little bit far away. Now Leona going to be able to find a huge solar flare onto the Nico. Nico able to go golden just in time, but no backup on the way for double jungle gap. Will mean this Nico gets found out again. Now 0, 4, and 1, and now this Vayne could be very confident and engage onto the Hecarim. Hecarim trying to ghost away before being sent to that glue factory, and all of a sudden we're going to have the makings of an end coming out from double jump from support diff. Finally gonna land on a Garen, but now there's double Nexus turret shooting. 1 Nexus turret now, and they're still here. They're still here. Onslaught of Shadows is available. There's a Cyclone available as well. Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Let's see if it's able to find anybody important. Ash needs to be very, very careful. Hecarim gonna have the devastating charge timeout. What's the call gonna be? If you're a double jungle gap, back against the wall, this Nexus turret is going down. You have to go. You gotta go. Hecarim gonna go. Striker gonna now go in, and now gonna be an engage onto a black shielded Vayne. Meanwhile, Wukong gonna do a ton of damage. Hecarim gonna go down first. We're gonna going very, very low. You're gonna be picked up by the Garen. Wukong gonna be picked up here as well. But now Vayne gonna go himself onto the Ashe, able to find one more auto there, be able to pick that one up. This Vayne gonna be a little bit overextended, but no real damage coming out on the side of double jungle gap. And now Okay, gonna be triple kill so far. The plot blossom not even gonna come to pass.
Man.
Another quadra kill for Bop Mike Goo. I forget the Vietnamese pronunciation, but it doesn't even matter because in the end, it will be a huge win in the base of Double Jungle Gap. And hurry up, Vayne. Your top laner wants to play Genshin Impact. It will be a huge win for support Diff.
Yeah, really well played by support Diff. Like, I think like they played their comp exactly like what I talked about in the pregame. Like, they needed Wukong and Vayne to get ahead as their main DPSs. Morgana black shielding the right people in the team fights. They were able to do that and executed really well. Very well played by them.
Indeed. Okay, oops, I accidentally hit continue. Oop, I'm trolling. I want to look at a couple of those team fights, but as it stands here, that will bring a close to the first round robin in the regular season for the Do It Big Invitational Season 2. Will mean that support Diff moves to 4-3, Double Jungle Gap at 3-4. So let me take a look at the final standings here as we go into the break. So will mean at the top of the standings, we have a 3-way tie between Andyland, Pokecard, and Chili's Angels. If memory serves, Andyland has the tiebreaker over the other two teams, and Pokecard has the tiebreaker over Chili's Angels. So if we want to get into head-to-heads, that means that Andyland is first, Pokecard is second, Chili's Angels are third. In fourth place, we will have support Diff at 4-3, and then a pair of 3 and 4 teams in Hapuuma Matata and Double Jungle Gap. Double Jungle Gap owning the head-to-head there will mean that they are going to be in 5th place. Hapuuma Matata in 6th place. Team Strag, just a win behind those two teams at 2 and 5. And don't worry, we scale at the bottom at 1 and 6. A reminder as well for the playoffs, it will be the top 2 seeds get buys. The next 4 teams are seeded into the quarterfinals, and the bottom 2 seeds will not make the playoffs. So each team is still squarely in the playoff hunt here. So don't worry if you're a fan of a team that is currently at near the bottom of the rankings. Still plenty of time for them to turn it around. Okay, so we are now going to hear from support Diff. I want to hear from Bao, obviously, given that he, asked for a 20-minute game, almost got it. And I want to hear from the Vayne as well. Okay, so congratulations to support Diff. I'm joined on the post-interview desk by Bao and Andrew.
Yo, what's pop?
What's poppin'? So, congratulations to you guys. Going to end 4-3, 4th in the standings, following the first round robin. Bao, you asked for a 20-minute game. You got a 24-minute game, albeit with some pauses. Was it everything you could have hoped for?
Yeah, pretty clean. Everything like we practiced in Genshin Impact.
In Genshin Impact. What sort of skills in Genshin translate to League of Legends?
Just smashing mobs, man.
Smashing mobs.
Was Garrett the big mob that you were smashing?
yeah, he was the big hill troll.
Oh my goodness. And then Hecarim is the floor 12 boss that you guys were able to finally get past in the end.
With the power of support and friendship.
Indeed. Yeah, Kevin with a little bit of bias here as he is a big support main. So
yeah, I rooted for you guys. I bet my 100 channel points for you.
Hey, thanks, Kevin.
Hey, small gains, one at a time. Going to translate
Hopefully
to
the
big
payout
wins
was
overall.
good.
All right, so support Diff going to come away with the win. There is the payout, ladies and gentlemen. You guys were ever so slightly favored, but will mean that people that bet on you guys should see a nice return. Speaking of nice returns, a couple of quadra kills for you, Andrew, in this game. Have we seen the Vayne from you this tournament? I don't think so, right?
I think last week.
Okay.
I might have pulled it out.
Yeah. I honestly don't remember that game, if I'm being honest with you. But it doesn't matter because I will definitely remember this game. 9-0-4, a pair of quadra kills. So how did it feel playing Vayne into that comp?
I think our team, you know, they definitely set it up for me to be successful as long as we didn't like feed, you know, early on. And actually, props to their bot laner because I had like the largest desire to kill them and basically jump on them, but they did a good job of just not fighting. And props to them. They definitely played that well. But I guess it just boils down to how we play team fights, and you know they're really good too. So I enjoyed playing that.
Wow. All right. Humble in a victory here from. Say your name for the stream again. Your summoner name.
Bup Michael.
Okay. What does that mean again?
Hold my dick.
Hold his dick, indeed. Plenty of that in that last game. Again, 9-0-4 on the Vayne. A couple of quadra kills. Congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to Support Diff for the win. And congratulations to everybody for sticking through 3 games tonight to round out the first half of Season 2 of the Do It Big Invitational. Our first match of the second round robin will be next week on Friday, if memory serves me correctly, but I'm going to double check just to be 100% sure. Yep. Okay, so in terms of official matches, we will have a double header on February 19th to get us back into the swing of things for the second half of the season. Gonna have a nice little mid-season break for all of our players here. But who knows? We might be on live, just do some more for fun stuff. Might have some Valorant in-houses. Might have some other games being played here by the Do It Big community. For the viewers who have not gotten a chance to meet some wonderful people. I have my stream there. Oops. But anyways, for anyone who hasn't had a chance to meet these lovely people, might be a good chance to get to know some of us, play some games with us, maybe make a name for yourself on the Rift in anticipation of Season 3. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I want to say thank you to Kevin Minohaxer as well for coming on the cast tonight. Hopefully,
yeah, thanks for having me. I really enjoyed these games. It was high quality, action-packed games. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a few more appearances from you when Tiggy's here as well, and get the CMU boys back together again. Yeah. So again, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. We will see you guys for sure on February 19th at 8 p.m. PST. But for now, that'll be all. So good night, Twitch chat. See you guys soon.
See ya.